What is good, everybody? Welcome. This is our second tournament. This is our first time doing open team sheet. So I'm really excited, guys. I'm kind of nervous. I'm not gonna lie, but let's get it rolling. Let's get it going good. Positive energy only today, guys. We got 30 players registered for the tournament. We're gonna kick it off in 10 minutes when registration closes. Make sure to check in for the tournament if you haven't already on Battlefy. We're going to be keeping it open anyway. What's good, Yoshi? What's good, Cheesy Man? Armaboza, good to see you here. And yeah, dude, let's have some fun. I'm really excited to get the stream going. We're going to try to stream as many as possible. Obviously, I'm going to be streaming members first. But yeah, guys, I'm really excited. I'm just going to be chilling it with y'all for like the next 10 minutes here while we have registration still open. I even got my second monitor set up for today because I was like, dude, got to get it popping good. What's good, Ilias? How you doing today? Hopefully I said your name right here. And what's good, Armaboza? Arthur, how you doing? We got 31 now, guys. Another person joined. It's looking like it'll be 5 rounds of Swiss. Looks like we have most people registered and in. I'm going to, the way it's going to work, guys, if your opponent it does not arrive for the battle, give it like 10 minutes, take game 1, and then if 15 minutes goes by, go ahead and take both games. Just shoot a message in the channel. I'll make sure everything goes through all good. Valentine, how you doing? Mello. Yeah, Mello, you do still have time to register if you're up in here. Let's see if Mello was able to get in. He was talking about maybe earlier. You could always register, and then if you can't make your round 1, you could play like round 2 and stuff like that. But it looks like we have at least definitely more than the players that we had last time. But maybe I'll feel better after finding something to roast you about. Mello is such a hater. What's going on, man? What's good, Lightning? How you doing, man? Yeah, guys, let me know if there's any problems with the stream, anything you can't hear, or, you know, anything you're looking for. But give me a quick tutorial on how not to get clapped in this tourney. Okay, play it safe. Read your opponent's team sheet. If there's any problems with team sheet, just communicate it with me, and we'll try to find a solution. Guys, this is my first time doing an open team sheet event, so a little bit nervous that we might have some problems with that. We had a thing with VR paste. I finally went ahead and made a tutorial this morning for that. Cody, what's good? We're locked in. Best of 1. No, everything's going to be open team sheet. The best of 1 is going to be open team sheet, and the top cut. The top cut is just going to be best of 3, guys. And it's going to be a top 8 today, hopefully. So, yeah, everything should be good. We're all set in, locked in for that. What's good, YOLO? How you doing today? But I got good energy. No video rolling out today. It's just going to be the stream, so make sure to stick around. Have a good Sunday. I won a tournament. I was late for a round 4. It's a biggest meme in Seattle. VGC, yo, it's lit. I've definitely had tournaments. I mean, like at Atlanta last year, like I day 2'd and made it pretty far in that tournament, and I started out like 1 and 2. It was tragic. Right now, it looks like we got 31 people registered. Now, we'll see how many people show up for it, but it should just be a nice small tournament. I'm excited to have a little bit of a deeper top cut. Yeah, no, open team sheet's going to be really fun because in our last tournament, it was closed team sheet, and we're going to see how this tournament goes. You know, maybe in the future, we just do closed team sheet for that, the Swish rounds, but Cody, we'll see. We'll see what the pairings kind of see. If we have 2 members going up against each other, I'll try to prioritize those battles. And then I want to try to get everybody on stream at least once. So we got 5 more minutes here, guys, and then it will be starting. Just a bad day already. Okay, well, Melo, hopefully we could do something to turn that shit around because we don't want to be having bad days out here. We got to stack as many good days as possible. And sometimes the bad days set you up for having really good days in the future. That's kind of how I always feel about it. Yeah, I mean, just hopefully everything stays up, Melo. And yeah, we're going to lock in. We're going to have a good day today. And it's never too late. It's only 12:55 for me. So we can always turn shit around and be good. Make sure to check in if you haven't checked in already. Looks like we got a couple people that haven't checked in. Now, you're not going to get dropped like automatically or anything. Yoshi, if you want to go ahead and check in too, I saw you in the chat, but it doesn't see you as checked in. But you'll be fine regardless. Yeah, Lightning, that's kind of my complexion. I feel like closed team sheet, you're going to see a lot of shit and you're going to be like, oh, fuck. But an open team sheet, it's like you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. It's 9:55. Is it morning or night? If it's morning, we still got time. We still got time to make it a good ass day, man. And if you haven't already, and if you want to join a tournament in the future, it might be a little bit late to register now, unless you're already registering. But join our Discord. It's pinned in the chat, and then you could join in there, and you'll be up to date with all the tournament stuff like that. Old King would register for me. Mello, you weren't around for Old King VGC, man, unless you were just lurking the whole time. This chat's fire, bro. Oh, morning. Okay, we got time to turn the day around. Paris Trap 1 turn. Okay, wait. Don't spoil it for me. I'm gonna watch that later. Yo, what's good, Tokamon? You ready to play? Yo, thanks for getting your thing in. Sorry if that was a little bit confusing. We tried to get some clips out there. That's why I went ahead and made that video this morning. But hopefully you're locked in. Tokamon, have a good Sunday. I got a candle burning in the background right now to ease my anxiety for this. And yeah, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started in like 5 minutes. So we're kind of just chilling right now, giving y'all some extra time if you need to lock in and join in. And we got 31 players right now, so it's looking like 5 rounds and then a top 8 if everybody was to join. Likely a top 8 regardless. I like top 8, but Sage, sometimes you just got to play it as safe as possible. Know that you're in a good position and make sure that we're making that locked in choice to go ahead and run it further, guys. Now, it's been 2 weeks since I've done this, so hopefully I don't have any fuck-ups, but guys, bear with me. I'm not a tournament professional out here. I try my best, but I'm very excited for this one. Yo, what's good, Jordan? Hopefully you're hyped up. Dog, claim your missions. I get ignored when I have one unclaimed. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Let me... Hold up. We have 12 unclaimed missions, it looks like. Yeah, we got 6,000 VP. Let's go. One guy said he couldn't make it via Discord. He couldn't find out how to unregister. That's all good. If you end up getting paired up into him like round 1 or anything, you'll just get a round 1 win. And yeah, like the resistance won't really help you that much because you're still going to have to win the things about it. Just in case he does turn around and play. Do you know what his username was from it? I could go ahead and get him out of the tournament. I just want to make sure that he doesn't like change his mind last second. I want to be fair to everybody. The brackets aren't out yet. So registration closes here in 2 minutes. Then we're going to go ahead and get those brackets made and then we'll get started. Just make sure to have your Battlefy up so that you know who you're going to be playing. And then you'll have 10 minutes to get in communication with your opponent each round until you'll get a game 1 loss, and then 15 minutes, and if you reach out to them, you'll get the round lost. Gilly on Discord. Let's see if Gilly is in here as Gilly. His username might be a little bit different on here. Yeah, I don't see Gilly. But we shall find out. I mean, oh yeah, I do actually. Let me see if I can get him out. Participants. Let's go ahead and go to Gilly. And we will delete Gilly. Okay. Cool. Okay, so we got him out just so that nobody gets like a free win. Now, some players probably will. If you haven't been like familiar to tournaments, a lot of times people will register and then some people will drop. And everybody's got a busy Sunday. Everybody's got stuff going on. I cooked up a new team. Do I use it or my Arsenal team? Sorry, so you got to figure it out fast. You got 1 minute to lock it in. So honestly, I would probably just stick out with what you got. Best of 3, no, not for Swiss. So best of 1 for Swiss. Best of 3 for top cut. We're gonna have a top 8 today. It looks like. No, you can lose up to 2 battles and still make top cut. Is what it looks like for this tournament. So I wouldn't drop if you lose one, especially because your opponent might go on a massive win streak, and then your resistance can still be very, very high. 1 minute, guys. Let me reach out to the guy, Craps, that's helping me, and we'll get this thing started in just a second. Give me the free win. Mello, are you registered? It's kind of hard for me to see everybody's name here. See, Kevin might be joining this tournament, guys, today. Kevin's my friend from Pittsburgh is where I met him. But we've been to a couple tournaments together. 4 a.m. to 9 Eastern, so my brain might be fried. No, you got this, bro. You got this. You just got to lock in. Okay, it's 1 o'clock, guys. Let me go ahead and get everything set up right. Let's see here. So we'll go Swiss. all players that's registered, and then okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make it. Give me 1 second here. No. It's Kevin. Kevin, if you're out there, it's gonna allow you to play. Just give me 1 second here. Guys, I always do this by myself, so I always suck at this crap. Let's just go randomly seed. Okay, so everybody's getting seeded right now. And okay, so your matches are up, guys. I will be choosing a match here. Let's go ahead and stream Cody for round 1. Guys, if there's any issues with team sheets, it looks like Cody's opponent didn't have their VR paste in. So Cody, if you have a problem with that, just take an extra second. If you have any questions, just let me know. But it looks like he does have all the information that you need in there. It's just kind of out of order, guys. This is my first time doing this. And yes, round 1 is up, guys. Guac, yes, you did get the round 1 bye. Congratulations for that. And yeah, it looks like I'm going to choose Cody to stream first. He was asking about who's going to be on stream first. I think that's a good one to go ahead and stream. Y'all make sure to communicate with your opponents. And if there's any problems, just let me know. Cool beans. So yeah, Kevin, you're good to play. Even though you didn't check in, it's all good. It's no worries. Battlefy is a little bit confusing with the check-in stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna get this started, and then yeah, I'm very excited to get this stuff. And yeah, guys, use the Battlefy chat to communicate with your opponents. It's gonna be a lot easier. Did something happen to the matchups? Can you not see them? Let's see here. Go to brackets in the tournament. Oh, wait, can y'all see the matches? Okay, wait. Okay, it should be up now. It should be up now. Sorry, I did not say, I clicked create and I didn't click start, guys, so bear with me. It says wait for back. Oh, okay, no, I think it should be good now. Let me know if it's all good on y'all's end. And then we'll go ahead and get into it. Let's see if everything is all good in the hood, guys. Still says wait for bracket start for me. Okay, no, it's all good now, guys. So we should be fine to get started. Y'all, go ahead and get started. Congratulations, Lesk is our first round 1 winner. Got the bye today. And if your opponent doesn't show up on time, 10 minutes, and you can get that game 1 win, or in this example for Swiss, you'll go ahead and get the round win. So make sure to register it as win, and then we'll go ahead and handle that all good. L hand, it's so smooth. What you mean? My opponent changed? Okay. Yeah, probably round 1, round 2. We might have some people that didn't show up or somebody that's not playing. So let's just make sure to do it all good. Looks like Cody and Dawoski's getting that chat ready. We'll see if Dawoski does arrive. If not, if he doesn't arrive soon, I'll probably be streaming another match just to go ahead and get things all started. Yoshi, pairings are up, so make sure to communicate with your people through Battlefy so we can get this all started and all be good. Bet, guys. Just waiting on them to make this battle room here. I'm actually gonna hop in. Let's hop in with, we're gonna see Arthur's match 1. He's also a member on our channel, so we're gonna make sure to stream him. They are already going into their battle room here, so let's go ahead and join in on that. Yeah, let's go ahead and join in here. It's going to be 0788 3264. Let's see if they're up in Arthur's room. Looks like they are. Let's pull up some team sheets, guys. Let's see what we're looking with here. Okay, cool. So they're already in their battle. Let's go ahead and spectate Arthur just to get round 1 kicked up good. No, I be moisturizing, bro. What you talking about? What you talking about, Mello? So it looks like we have a team. Let me go ahead and get my ugly ass face cam out of the way. Kind of smaller. We have a team of Garchomp, Chimecho, Sinistra, Talonflame, Gyarados, and Glamora going up against Koisei here with a Frostlass, Dragonite, Garchomp, Sneasler, Basculegion, and King Gambit. So let's go ahead and look at some team sheets here, and let me see what this popping down with. So on Koisaur side of thing, we have the Mega Frostlass and the Mega Dragonite. Mega Dragonite's running that new set with Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Dragon Pulse, and Protect. We have a Citrus Berry Garchomp, a White Herb Sneasler, Black Glasses King Gambit, and Focus Sash Basculegion. So very cool sets coming out from opponent. Let's go ahead and take a look at Arthur's team sheet as well and see what he's toting out with. We also have the Citrus Berry Garchomp. We have that Mega Chimecho, really cool there. We have a Quick Guard Talonflame with the Sharp Beak. Cassib Berry Sinistra, really good in the Basculegion. Gyarados, also a Mega Evolution, and then Glamora with the Focus Sash. So let's go ahead and look at the leads here. We have Garchomp and Glamora into Garchomp and Dragonite. So double Dragon lead coming out from the side of Koisei, going into Arthur's Glamora and Garchomp lead. Now from the rip, Garchomp puts immense pressure on the Glamora, but also Arthur's Garchomp puts pressure onto both Dragonite and Garchomp. As we know, Dragonite has that ability, and with Glamora's Focus Sash, it could always live one attack. So it's going to be very, very good, guys. Let's get it started, and yeah. Let's see what's going to go ahead and pop out turn 1. Looks like Mega Dragonite is going to be coming out. Activating that multi-scale just to make sure it's going to be able to take up at least one attack that's going to be coming in. But at the same exact time, Spiky Shield's going to be coming out from the Gamora, wanting to protect from an Earthquake, maybe slash Dragon Pulse double up, because we don't know how fast this Dragonite Arthur's opting to lower the speed on that Dragonite while also breaking that multi-scale to ensure that that Glamora is going to be faster next turn. As Dragon Claw rips straight into the Garchomp. Garchomp is trained to survive that. Koisa's going to take a little bit of rough skin damage, but at the same time that Citrus Berry is going to activate. Let's see where the Dragonite opts to target. It will be the Dragon Pulse call out. So Glamora was free and clear to attack, but a really good read by Koisei's side to go ahead and make sure that it wasn't going to be a huge issue here. A lot of momentum going on Koisei's side. The only thing downside is that this Dragonite is going to be at -1 speed here. Depending on who Arthur opts to go into here, could be very good, could be very bad. Going into something like the Talonflame could be pretty cool to get up a Tailwind, but at the same exact time, bringing in that Gyarados for that double Intimidate is also going to be really nice. Now you have pressure on the Dragonite. You're not as worried about Thunderbolt because the Glamora has that big damage threat into it, and you could easily set up or do whatever you want to do with this Garchomp. Let's look at the Garchomp spread here. I wasn't necessarily looking at it. Let's make sure that we know what moveset that this Gyarados has. So it is the Mega Gyarados, so it can go ahead and start ripping some Dragon Dances in this position here, especially against this -1 Garchomp. No worries, YOLO. We're going to have some problems on this stream with open team sheets. It's my first time doing it. I'm losing my virginity today, and everything is going to be all good. As Earthquake's going to come out from the Garchomp, so pretty much ignoring the threat of the Gyarados for this turn to go ahead and break that Focus Sash on Glamora. But is it going to be enough? Because this Dragon Dance should be able to come out from this Gyarados, getting the Gyarados to be very strong where it could sweep through the rest of the team. Jordan, I'm sorry to hear that. We tried to get everything sorted in right, but I think in the future we'll have a better process for how we could get team sheets in. This is just our first time doing it, so we're trying to figure everything out as well, guys, on our end. But Dragon Dance does come out from the Gyarados. Big Earthquake into the Glamora, but at the same exact time, we're going to find out how we're going to opt to get through this this Glamora pressure, and which, if the Garchomp or the Glamora was faster. I should have been playing it good. And Cody, my matchup ain't replying. Yeah, it's all good. Just give him a little bit of time. If he does show up, he does. And if he doesn't, we'll go ahead and drop him from the tournament for the next round. Just let me know who is here and who is not, so I can go ahead and get everything in right. Gyarados is going to go ahead and Mega Evolve now. Having that +1 boost, getting that Mold Breaker, and then a big Waterfall is going to come out into Garchomp, doing a big chunk of damage, just taking some rough skin damage in the thing. Your opponent isn't around, so check-in's going to be 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, you can go ahead and grab the win on that, and just let me know at the end of the round when we're done streaming, and we'll go ahead and look through and see who's responding and who's not. And anybody who's not responding, I will be dropping them from the tournament so that everybody doesn't get free wins moving forward, and everybody gets to play every round. I needed an IPA. Yo, Mello's fucking hilarious. Okay, so Talonflame's gonna come in here. Glamora did go down that last turn, But Talonflame comes on the field, and so it's a 2v4 here. But this Gyarados is set up and in a pretty decent spot to continue doing damage as much as possible. So it's not over by any means here. We just have to lock in and see exactly what is going to be going on the front of everybody. And I would say I really like Koisei's positioning here because of the fact that even though Garchomp is threatened by a knockout, I'm not sure Kingambit's going to be able to knock out. If I'm Arthur, I might want to get another Dragon Dance up, or at least go ahead and try to go for that Tailwind or something like that. So Kingambit is going to protect here. This is where that Dragon Dance would be really, really key, but it is just going to be that Waterfall going into that Garchomp for the knockout. That makes a ton of sense. We'll see. I got some people in the Discord. Looks like True Owen is going to show up. If anybody's just a little bit late for round 1, if y'all still want to play, that's all good. We can go ahead and get some more matches streamed on that. Just be communicative with me on like what's going on. I just want to make sure everybody gets a chance to participate. And yeah, no worries, guys. Everybody's got Sunday plans, and it's just chilling. And if you get a round 1 loss because of it, no worries at all, guys. Just stay locked in. We'll all be good in the future. Oh, Cheesy's VR pace was messed up. It's all good. Cheesy's our champion, so we'll just try to give everybody as much grace as possible on this. We're not at a regional level event right now. I just want everybody to get some tournament practice because that's what the channel's all about. Just vibing, having a good time. Bro, no shot. The 2 Mega Crabominal players are facing off round 1. That's fucking insane. That's funny as hell. Let's see here. So Gyarados is going to go ahead and protect. The Sucker Punch comes out into the Talonflame. Not going for an attack, or actually going for the fire type attack into this Kingambit for that overheat knockout. And we're going to see exactly where this Dragonite wants to target now. It's interesting if the Dragonite does pick up the knockout on the Talonflame. Cody, that's all good, as long as y'all just communicate with each other. But the Thunderbolt goes into the Gyarados, so Talonflame stays alive. Still has some Brave Bird pressure, and still being fast is a really good option for this, guys. So, let's see who Kusei's last Pokemon is going to be. I think it's going to be really important. If it's something like that Sneasler and the Gyarados is able to outspeed, it could be really bad. But it's actually the Basculegion. Now, I'm really wondering how... if this Dragonite is going to be able to get rid of, how we're going to get rid of the threat of Gyarados. But at the same exact time, Gyarados doesn't really have a great way of dealing with this Dragonite or this Basculegion. Yeah, it could start chipping away, but only at -1. It's not going to be a huge issue. Looks like Arthur is using the Mega Gyarados right now. Looks like Shoujo did take out Quen. Or no, Quen was late. Quen, if you're out there and you still want to play, you don't have to drop. If you win out, you'll be good. Even if you get another loss, you could still make top cut. So I wouldn't stress it too much, guys. Quick Guard is going to be coming out trying to block this Aqua Jet coming from the Basculegion here. Aqua Jet does get blocked, and we're going to see exactly what the Gyarados wants to go for. It might be going for flinches. It's just going to be a big crunch, and it's not going to take out the Dragonite. Let's see what the Dragonite opts to go for. It's going to be the Thunderbolt. Yo, Owen, you're all good. If you want to keep playing, you can still make top cut later. Glad you made it. I don't want anybody to get dropped that isn't here, so thanks for reaching out. I'm trying to look at everything, guys. Bear with me. I'm like a one-man show out here. I'm just trying to do the best that I can. How do you add your paste? Oh, you didn't add your paste? Fuck. Okay, well, we kind of need your paste, and registration already closed at 1. So, maybe, I don't really know how to... Do you have a paste in, or you didn't have any paste at all? Because we had to have it in by 1. Just so, because I can't, you can't add it now because it's mid-tournament. Quick Guard does come out again, trying to block the Aqua Jet pressure. And then Crunch is going to come out, so no Aqua Jet this time. Maybe just trying to get that knockout onto the Gyarados. So let's see what pops down here. Maybe Basculegion just tries to, trying to knock out this Gyarados. Will get the knockout there, and now can Aqua Jet for days. It's just going to be kind of a mind game. Oh, and I don't know if there's anything I could do, man. I'm really sorry. I want to get everybody to be able to participate, but I also, I can't... stop anything with the tournament right now. I don't think there's anything I really can do. I'm sorry, man. But, we'll have tournaments, bi-weekly-ish. So, just make sure to, lock in for that. Honestly, I'll probably have to drop you. just for the reason that we can't compete without a team sheet in there. It's unfortunate as it is, but so this is the screenshot necessary for the report. Just won my first game against Yoshi. Okay, bet. Sage, send it to me on Discord. Put it into Sunday tourneys. I'll take a look at it later. But congratulations, Koisei, for winning game 1 here. That was a good matchup. Let's go ahead and try to hop into another one. See who's popping down. See if Cody ended up talking to their guy. And yeah, it looks like... Okay, they're going to be playing in 5 minutes. Okay, all good. Let's go ahead and see what's... Looks like Sage and Yoshi already figured it up. Let's go to Tokamon, see if he's playing right now. And yeah. Okay, bet. They're right about to start playing. Guys, do try, for future rounds, just try to get into y'all's match within that first 15 minutes. We want to keep everything running smoothly, but this is good because y'all are just starting right now, so we'll be able to stream another match for round 1. And yeah, let's go ahead and hop into Tokamon's room against Bunny. Bunny's team is always super cool. Let's go ahead and check out some pastes and see what they're running with. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, wait. Let's go ahead and look at Bunny's team. So Bunny is running the Bunny team. He's got the Lopunny. He's got the Diggersby. He's got Azumarill. He's got Adino. He's got Zoroark to copy a Bunny. And then we got Tinkaton. Really cool team. It's Mega Lopunny, Choice Scarf Diggersby, Mega Adino. And then we got Citrus Berry Azumarill, but no Belly Drum or anything like that. Zoroark with the Focus Sash and Leftovers Tinkaton. And then from the side of Tokamon's going to be running the team he's been running pretty recently lately, but he also has that grassy Miracle Seed Roserade with Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, and Extra Sensory. So I'm really excited to see if that can pop out. But it's going to be the Garchomp Charizard lead. Tokamon loves this lead. It's a really good lead. You just got to be careful of this of this Choice Scarf Diggersby. And yes, Diggersby though. It is finally here again. And it is threatening a big knockout with Rock Slide onto this Charizard, so I have to be very careful about that. A couple things to note about Tokamon's Charizard: he has maximum coverage. He's got Air Slash, Ancient Power, and Solar Beam. No Heat Wave, opting for that 100% accuracy of Flamethrower, making sure that his Charizard is getting maximum value out of each and every turn and having all the coverage that he would like. Charizard is going to go ahead and Mega Evolve. It's very sketchy if he does go for an attack here because he can get hit up with a Rock Slide. So has to be very, very careful about that. Garchomp is putting down a lot of pressure on the other side, and Charizard is actually going to avoid the Rock Slide. So a huge play, guys. We'll see if Garchomp is going to flinch from that, but Charizard going through that is going to be absolutely huge, as Will-O-Wisp also comes out into the Garchomp. So it is not the Tinkaton. It is actually the Zoroark, guys. Very cool tech, as Tokamon now has to deal with the fact, oh, and he gets flinched on top of that. Flamethrower does come out in the Tinkaton, or the Zoroark, and brings it down to that Focus Sash, but being able to just live the turn and get all that damage off is really huge, as Garchomp's not going to be able to follow anything up here, but a huge Rock Slide miss, guys. Give the stream a like if you like these tournaments, guys. I'm really trying to do my best. It's not perfect, but it is me, and thank you to Craps for also always helping with these tournaments. He's been a huge help to me, and we're working on it. We're going to become better and better with the process, but the end screen I had, that's all good, Guac. Yeah, I'll try to see if I can get it in there. Garchomp actually avoids the Rock Slide this time, as Rock Slide comes out and does take out this Charizard. So Tokamon's saying, look, you can take my Charizard. Let's see what Tokamon's got in the back, though, and how he can get back into this game. As Icy Wind comes out, it's going to be single target now, so it's going to do a fuck ton of damage. And after the Burn Chip, Garchomp looks like it might be going down because we have no Citrus Berry. We actually have the Dragon Fang. But Earthquake will come out and top off that Zoroark, doing maximum edging, and then just a little bit of damage to Diggersby. The miss definitely matters more than the flinch, but at the same time, that Icy Wind would have never hit Garchomp if he went for Earthquake last turn. So definitely both ways have some problems, and we're going to see what everything is popping down here. Now, let's see what else Tokamon's got in the back. He's got that Roserade, he's got that Basculegion, he's got that Farigiraf and that Arcaludon. Tinkaton we know is in the back because of the way the Zoroark came in with that. And it will be the Arcaludon. So kind of surprised not to see that Arcaludon switch in, knowing that that Rock Slide could have came in. But, Jordan, wait. So do I just lose round 1 because I didn't prepare for the right set? It's high-key my fault. I didn't look up until I sent out Arc Sableye. Jordan, yes, this is a very good learning lesson. When you have open team sheets, make sure to utilize them open team sheets. If there's any problems with the team sheets, guys, we're just going to try to err on the side of if the information is there. That's how we're going to do this tournament, but we'll come up with a better process in the future. I know VR Paste was having some issues with some of y'all, but at the same exact time, guys, let's try to just keep it chill, guys. I'm trying my best out here to get everything good. But, Jordan, just lock in the rest of the tournament, and you're going to be just fine. Got to stay up on the grind. And, yeah, so Tinkaton's going to go ahead and switch out into Lopunny here. And we're going to go ahead and see what this Arcaludon's going to opt to go for. It's going to be a Gigaton Hammer. Okay, wait. I thought Tinkaton just switched out. Oh, no. The other slot switched. Diggersby switched out. And the Aura Sphere actually fires into the Lopunny for a lot of damage. And we're going to see what this Farigiraf opts to go for. No, the team sheet was just wrong. None of the same Mons, Jordan. So they were using a different team than the team sheet. Who are you playing? Hold up. If the team sheet's wrong, then they really can't. They really shouldn't be. They shouldn't be playing with it because it's an open team sheet tournament. Who are you playing? What's your username? Let's see what's going on here. Let me take a look. I'll just roll it, whatever's right here. What's your username on here? Because we got to make sure that we're not having an unfair advantage. Like, if he knew what you had on your squad, but you didn't know anything that he had, he can't be playing. Unfortunately, as that is. It's different now. Your Psycho. Okay, let's see here. So... So what? You went up against Kevin. Okay. Kevin, are you in the stream? What do you think here? Do y'all... Oh. Let's see here. Okay, so we have the Gardevoir team here. And then Kevin's team, is this our Arcaludon team? Guys, y'all could work it out whatever way, as long as everybody has access to the right information. Did y'all, okay, Psycho, did you have access to his team sheet when y'all played? I clicked on my paste, and it's the right team, but on his side, it looks like it's another team. He just gave me his paste, but I didn't have time for it for the match. Ah, fuck. Okay. Why don't y'all go ahead and play again now? We'll go ahead and watch that battle. Also, shout out. I didn't even see who won. I was distracted, guys. I think we let it go. Mello, you lost before you got it. Let's just one time. Let's just have y'all play again. Because there's probably some issues with everybody out there. Players can flag matches if they have problems. Let's see here. Somebody flag something. Jordan, are you okay with that? Bunny won. Yo, shout out Bunny. Yo, that's lit. Nice. Yo, Bunny taking it home for everybody, guys. Just got to lock in, get that all good. I just want everybody to have like an accurate chance and everything like that. Cody's still playing right now. Yeah, Kevin and Psycho, how about y'all go ahead and play again? Okay, let's see what Kevin says. If not, I'm gonna give Psycho the win on that, guys. You just got out crab, so no. Dude, it was the crab battle, bro. You know, I don't want none of y'all to be getting crabbed out here. Yeah, because we could just have a little bit of a longer round one. Yo, Tinkaton was going stupid in that one. Let's see what Kevin says. If Kevin doesn't respond here soon, let's see. Okay, Kevin. Let's just either y'all play again, or I'm gonna have to probably give the win to Saiku. So just let me know in the chat here. I'm on y'all's battle fire right now. I don't know. It might be a battle fight issue, guys. I just want to make sure that y'all had the right. Dude, I don't have an NAIC team ready, guys. I've been more focused on like YouTube stuff like that. Dude, Mello is the biggest hater out here, bro. Okay, they're gonna play again. We're gonna watch it. I'm sorry, Kevin. Look, I don't want to do you like that. I'm just trying to make it fair for everybody because, you know, I want to make sure everybody's got the fair thing. So if we got the right pace now, let's just run it back. And then we'll have a little bit of a longer round one today, but that's okay as long as we get it on stream here. So let me see what y'all's code is gonna be. And then are y'all gonna be in the same? Are y'all gonna be in the same room here? Okay, we're gonna get this figured out, guys, and then we're gonna be back into watching a couple matches. Let's see what code they got. Okay, so it's gonna be 3, 2, 8, 2, 2, 7, 2, 2. Yeah, guys, I've never had that happen, but I've also never done a an open team sheet tournament. I just want to, you know, it's for fun, guys. It's not for anything. There's not really any prizes or anything. You can lose up to 2 rounds if your resistance is high enough, but there are gonna be some 3 and 2s that don't make cut, most likely. Yo, thank you, Pappy Pud. Appreciate that, man. Looks like we do have the correct team sheets now. Looks like, yeah, Kevin's going to be running an Aggron team. Let me go ahead and make sure. Let's go take a look at his paste. Oh, we got Mega Venusaur Heavy Metal. Okay, wait. Mega Venusaur, Mega Aggron with the Archaludon. The Rain Dance Sableye, Basculegion with the Choice Scarf, and the Citrus Berry Bold Pelipper. So let's see what's going to pop out here. And then on the side of Saiku, let's take a look. Guys, got my tabs all fucked up. I used to do this at work all the time. Tragic. Okay, Saiku's paste is going to be Gallade. It's Mega Gallade with Sacred Sword, Trick Room, Psycho Cut, and Protect. We also have a Focus Sash Aerodactyl, Choice Scarf Meowscarada, and a Spell Tag Aegislash with that Mega Charizard. Both players are preparing. We're about to get right into right into the battles here. Yeah, Guac. In future rounds after this round, if there's any kind of team sheet issues, we're probably just going to give game losses. Because it's just like we can't delay things so long. But at the same time, I do want to give everybody the opportunity. Some people, it's their first tournament. I understand there's going to be like mistakes and everything like that. And I'm not upset by any means. I mean, bro, for fun and for bragging rights and to get that grand champion thing in our Discord. But crit me through a +3 defense arch. That is crazy, dog. That's how it goes, though. That's how Pokemon rock. That's how Pokemon rocks out. We got Gallade and Charizard leads here coming out against the Sableye in the Arc. So definitely Archaludon wants to protect itself as well, so Sableye can go ahead and get this Reflect up turn 1. It's very interesting to see the Gallade and the Charizard on the field on the same exact time because they both have those Mega Stones, but Gallade's a little bit more flexible because with that Sharpness ability, it doesn't have to Mega Evolve. Charizard wants to, of course, so it's going to be really interesting to see how both players play this. Tokamon, I think in the future we might do closed team sheet tournaments more, but y'all voted for open team sheets, so it's a people's community. We want to make sure that, yeah, it's good. And Matinator, that's exactly right. If our tournament's fucked up, it's probably just Verlicify's problem because he's a fucking idiot. So let's just keep it rolling here. Rain Dance is going to come out. Charizard didn't want to opt in for that battle. And let's see, Sacred Sword does come out in the Archaudon and is going to do a big chunk of damage. But Kevin's Archaudon was made for this crap. Electroshot is going to be coming out. We're going to see if it's going to go into Charizard or the Gallade here. It's going to be going into that Garchomp slot. So Gallade gets some good damage off, but Pokenoob, I missed a dual Wing Beat that would have put me in a great position to win. That is how Pokemon does pop down, guys. So, yeah, we're going to see here. And then let's go ahead and look at some other matches here. It looks like everybody else has their matches figured out. This is our last match with Cody as well. Cody's still playing his opponent. And then... yeah, make sure to put whoever won that, Cody and the Bwoski, that battle. It looks like y'all did play, or maybe they're still playing right now. So, Kevin's going to go ahead and switch his Archaudon out into Pelipper. His Gallade is going to protect himself this time. Yes, and I know it's like that's how real tournaments are, but, guys, I'm just a guy. And, you know Verlicify's girlfriend in 2016 and we're good friends. They fuck you ever need content. What do you mean, Mello? What does that mean? Yo, okay, we're back though. Sableye and Pelipper going up against this Gallade and Garchomp here. But she made all of my Pokemon. Yo, that's crazy. Sableye's going to go ahead and Encore this Garchomp down here. Looks like Garchomp's going to be locked into that Earthquake now, which isn't going to hit the Pelipper and is going to hit his own Gallade along with the Sableye. But that Reflect being up is going to be super huge. It looks like Sableye might be able to take another one as Weather Ball comes out into the Gallade. No Hurricane opted for, but that Weather Ball is still going to be enough to pick up the KO. It's looking good, guys. It's looking good. Kevin's in a pretty decent spot here. Let's see what's going to happen. The Sableye still being on the field gives that flexibility for Rain Dance later, going into that potential of Mega Charizard. This Garchomp is now locked into Earthquake. But Kevin doesn't really have another switch for the Earthquake. If it's something like the Aggron in the background, or even a Venusaur, it's going to take good damage from the Earthquake. But this Garchomp will not be able to touch the Pelipper for the foreseeable future. Yo. I was just saying I like the open team sheets because that's how they real tournaments. Yeah, no, in Driftless, yo, thank Craps too. He helped me a ton with this whole tournament. He's at a party right now, so I'm kind of doing it all alone. That's why I'm a little flustered, guys. But guys, I'm always trying to do the best for y'all. It's just always something with me. I'm just trying my best. Y'all, let me know in the chat if there is anybody that you played round one that didn't show up. I'm going to go ahead and drop them from the tournament just so that we don't have any free wins going into next rounds. So let me know in the chat, guys. The Earthquake comes out. Sableye does live on 4 HP as Pelipper goes for that Tailwind now. So the next turn, the Charizard's going to be under threat again of getting Weather Balled as Reflect does wear off. It was really important that Reflect stayed up that last turn because now... it's not as important because the Sableye wouldn't have lived without the Reflect, but with that Reflect, the Sableye gets to stick around and still pressure that Rain Dance. Sorry to my future opponent, I screwed up my paste link. Yo, Cheesy, just make sure to grab your actual paste and make sure to put that in the chat for your next opponents. You're all good, bro. No worries. And bet, yeah, just grab that link so that your future... Mello, you in the tournament? I'm not really sure. I can't choose who to give buys. It just auto populates it for me. So Sableye is gonna be going for that Encore again into that Charizard slot, but with it, he's gonna let that. Oh, he's gonna sacrifice his Archaudon and his Sableye, and the Garchomp. It's going to be the Charizard going up against the Pelipper. I'm actually gonna give the advantage here to Psycho because the Charizard can overwrite this weather, but depending on who that last Mon is. It's going to be advantage to Psycho because he has controlled the Weather War now, and Sableye going down and Pelipper having to be forced in and not being able to switch out is going to give the Weather War over to Psycho whenever they need it. So with this Meowscarada on the field now, you could threaten big damage onto the Pelipper or maybe even onto the Venusaur with what moveset we got. Maybe a Dark type move going in there. Has the triple axle now with the thick fat ability from the Mega Venusaur. It's not going to be as good. Mega Venusaur puts on immense pressure here onto the Meowscarada with Sludge Bomb and something like that. But at the same exact time, how are you going to deal with the threat of both these guys when the sun gets up? Mellow, keep it positive, bro. I'm for real. So why would you want to buy? That's less Pokemon playing. Yeah, bro, we got to get as much practice as we can. Keep everything positive out here. And then, guys, even if, like, win or lose, never join a tournament just thinking I have to win or my whole day is going to be ruined. Dude, Mello, sometimes you do hate the game. You just got to make sure that you're playing for the right reasons, and that's one of the right reasons. I mean, so many cool people. Triple Axel is going to come out into this Venusaur, trying to get some chip down so that the Charizard might be able to come in, but actually only getting a one-hitter. A pretty bad break for Psycho here as Soak comes into the Meowscarada, trying to change potentially a Charizard switch into that, but Giga Drain is going to come out and knock out the Meowscarada, and it's actually going to be interesting because with that Pelipper Soak, I didn't even see that on the team, but with the Soak on the Pelipper, you really need to make sure that you're going to be able to knock this out or the Venusaur is going to be able to live one attack. So we're going to see if Solar Beam might be able to knock out this Pelipper. And what is the speed? We're going to see the speed interaction between the Pelipper and the Charizard here. But having that Tailwind up for a turn makes it to where the Charizard's actually very threatened. But what if the Soak and the Giga Drain just comes into the Garchomp and it potentially gets a knockout here? This could be very, very close. Kevin trying to make a very big comeback here. It might be very difficult to get this Venusaur actually knocked out because you have to set up the sun, but with the Tailwind up, it's just a little bit awkward. And can you go for something like a Heat Wave? Do you have to go for a Weather Ball? Obviously, you want to get rid of this Pelipper first, but what happens if the Garchomp actually decides to protect, making a hard read that Soak is going to be going into the Garchomp? Double Protect coming out here to stall out the last turn of Tailwind. So maybe not a hard read, but let's go ahead and see here. Soak actually comes out into the Garchomp, probably planning on, if anybody's going to protect, it's going to be that Charizard. And then this next turn, it's just going to be, can this Pelipper survive with its Citrus Berry? We know the Charizard has that access to that Solar Beam, but is it going to be enough? Maybe. And if it's not, is that double going to be going into there? And if it does Sludge Bomb come out into the Charizard, hoping for a poison, and then hoping to stall through the Garchomp with Giga Drain? We're going to find out right here, guys. This is the end of round 1. This looks like it is our last match as Dabrowski beat Cody in round 1. And let's see what's going to happen here. Drought is going to come out from the Charizard getting set up. Venusaur is going to protect, and we're going to see if the Pelipper can get up this Tailwind. It's going to be an Earthquake coming out. If it's a Heat Wave, this could be right back into the game. As it doesn't affect the Pelipper, and it is a Heat Wave. So a great read on the side of Kevin. I would have definitely been gunning for that Pelipper without the ability to protect. But Saiku making a little bit of an oversight here and allowing an opportunity for another Tailwind to get set up and for Soak shenanigans to get out of hand here, guys. So very interesting sets from game 1. Gives Kevin another chance to win. And we're going to see just how bulky. This Charizard looks like it has max HP. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out right now. Who needs an avocado, Mello? I actually had guacamole yesterday. It was very good. Yesterday morning, I had some egg pitas with guacamole. Gas. But either way, guys, let's see what's going to be popping down here between Kevin and Saiku. Charizard's going to be protecting. Let's see if that goes into the Garchomp with the Soak or what's going to come out here. It's going to be the Soak into the Charizard. And wow, what a read as Giga Drain also comes out into that slot. So Kevin making a great play last turn, but this turn, the Pelipper lives on 1 HP. Oh, that's actually so huge. What a clutch survival from the Pelipper, because now the Soak can come out into the Charizard, and that Charizard might need a double protect here, or just saying I'm gonna live it. Charizard's wise special defense is very high, so we're gonna find out just now. And Strings, yo, thank you so much, bro. Oh my gosh, 5 gifted memberships, dude. That's fucking awesome, dude. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And that's a crazy survival from the Pelipper. The Soak does come out. We have no attempt at a double protect. Giga Drain's going to come out. It's going to do over 50%, healing that Venusaur all the way up. And at the same time here, we have to make sure that this Venusaur stays low, because with Tailwind still up, Heat Wave does come out, does double connect, and it might be too little too late. The only thing that could be going for Kevin here is that he still does have that turn to Tailwind. Now, we can't double protect through the last turn. Dude, thank you so much, Strings. That means the world. And welcome 5 new members. Yo, hit me up in the Discord. I'll get you added to the channels. Looks like we got a couple people. But I think being able to stall out the Tailwind here is going to be more important than keeping up that Sun. You don't want your Charizard to go down. Well, Charizard just does go down. And we're going to see here if this Garchomp is going to have enough damage at the end of the game. I think it will. But very, very, very close. Pokemon with that 100% win weight. And it looks like, yeah, with the Tailwind petering out, it looks like Psycho is going to take game 1 here and taking round 1. Guys, we're going to be going into round 2 just right as this match finishes up. Yeah, really, really close game. Thank you guys for playing again. I'm sorry for making you have to play again. We're trying to get everything figured out so that everything is going to be, you know, running smoothly and everything. And just thank you for bearing with me. It's my first time doing an open team sheet tournament, so I knew there was probably going to be some problems. But we got it figured out. And it looks like Psycho is going to take the victory here. Really, really close game. Back and forth the whole time. But let's go ahead and move into round number 2. I need my... What the fuck? Okay, let's go ahead. So Swiss is over. How do I go? Go ahead and make Swiss round 2 here. Okay, looks like round 1 is over. Let's go ahead and generate round 2. Okay, round 2 pairings are up, everybody, and very good games in round 1. In round 2, let's go ahead and try to see Pokemon for a round. Let's go Pokemon versus Lesk here. See if they're both going to be in here, and if not, I should have spent a second dropping people, but we'll give them another round. Maybe some people just show up a little bit late. And Lesk is here, and let's see Pokemon and Lesk. Yo, what is good, Itachi? How you doing today? And that was a great game, guys. So let's see. As soon as they get in their battle rooms, I'm staying, yes. I don't know if you're talking to me, though. Yo, Mello's funny. Also, if Dust is in here, guy, I was fucking busting your balls last night. I do hope the best for your little situation, buddy. So Lesk is here. Let's see if Pokemon can see. Pokemon, make sure to log into Battlefy and communicate with your opponent there. That way you can also see the team sheets. And then they'll be able to talk with you in the right thing. Joe Sheezy must be running a crazy team, trying to run back his dub from last week, 2 weeks ago's first tournament that we ran. So really cool. Okay, Monk's in here. We got the battle room open. Let's go ahead and join into that. Guys, I do need to run to the restroom really, really fast. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this match, and then I'm going to let it play for y'all, for y'all's enjoyment, just so that I'm locked in more for the later rounds. But this is a member. We got Pokemon, and Pokemon's been super helpful around here. Yo, I don't know, man. No, you're all good. Okay, Pokemon is going to be hopping in here in just a second, guys. Let's go ahead and look at these team lists before the match actually does start here. It looks like on the side of Pokemon, we have a hard Trick Room team with Mega Crabominable, Araquanid, Hatterene, Torkoal, Farigiraf, and Mega Aggron. And then on the side of Lesk here, we got a Mega Gardevoir team with a Serena. I'm not sure what that berry is, but It's a blueberry. I don't know what that means. It might be the flying type berry. Then we have a Garchomp with the citrus berry, Mousehold 3-set with the Focus Sash, Talonflame, and King Gambit. Definitely one of those protect the queen teams with the Gardevoir, making sure you have that spread damage option with the Garchomp, and then that Defiant King Gambit to kind of glue things together with everybody else. So 2 very cool teams here. Let's go ahead and see when they hop into their battle and see what we can get popping down here. Yo, Malik, how you doing today, man? They should be hopping in here very soon, guys. And shout out Pokemon for being a member. And I always try to get members on stream first. It's my #1 priority. And thank you, everybody, again, for joining in this tournament. It's a lot of fun. And it's going to be a little bit of a longer tournament than our first tournament. We have some more players into this one. But, guys, remember, if your opponent does not show up to round 2 after 10 minutes, you can go ahead and take the win. Players are going to be in team preview right now. I will be back in like 2 seconds to commentate the rest of the battle. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back. They're still in team preview, so we didn't miss anything. Obviously, we have that Mega Crabominable team coming out on the side of Monk, and then going into that Protect the Queen strategy with the Gardevoir into this match. So it should be a very fun match. Let's see what comes out. Off leads, it's going to be Farigiraf and Araquanid going up against the Mousehold and King Gambit. So we don't have an Intimidate drop or anything, but King Gambit obviously puts great pressure on the Farigiraf. Araquanid's here to kind of get some big damage with Liquidation, support with Wide Guard. Definitely opting into that Gardevoir counter type of lead. So let's see what pops down here. And yeah. Sage, I think your opponent is opting out. Devin in the Discord saying they're going to DQ. Okay, that's all good. After round 2, I'll go ahead and drop the players that we think are DQing. Just make sure to let me know. I'll go ahead and look through right now, and we'll get it all figured out. So let's look here. Looks like Devin going up against Sage is going to be opting out. Let me go ahead and figure that out. And then yeah. Okay, so going into round 1 here, Taunt came out onto the Farigiraf, stopping that Trick Room setup, but Araquanid getting pretty good damage down on the King Gambit, but King Gambit getting very good damage down on the Araquanid. So, trying to get everything all sorted in here, guys. And yeah, it's just a little bit... Oh. Okay. Go ahead and manage this. Participants. We'll go to Devin. And we'll go ahead and drop him from the tournament. And that's all good, guys. And if you can't make the whole tournament, all good, no worries. We'll go ahead. Okay. Cool. We'll figure that out in a minute. Hell yeah. So it looks like Araquanid did get knocked out this last turn here. Go here. We'll give Sage the win. And then we'll try to figure out, I don't know why I can't drop. Guys, I'm also figuring all the tournament stuff out here. I'm trying to make it the best as possible. The top cut will be clean, but for Swiss, you know, it's a learning process. And the Gamer TV, this is our King VGC tournament. We do it like bi-weekly, just kind of like getting some open team sheet practice for everybody in Pokemon Champions this week. It's our first open team sheet tournament, so it's a little bit finicky right now, but we're trying our best and trying to do the best that we can. And Itachi, yo, that's good to hear. Always good to lock in during work. As Big Kowtow Cleave does come in to this Crabominable, and not the Crabominable, the Hatterene, as the Crabominable goes and knocks out the Mousehold, trying to get rid of that threat right away. Looks like Sage is 2-0 to start out. We have a couple players that won round 2, so we're getting into the thick of it here. It's going to be 5 rounds of Swiss guys today, and then a top 8. Okay, Gardevoir is going to come in here, and without the pressure of Trick Room yet, let's see if Trick Room did get set up. Let me pay attention to the battle. No Trick Room is set up right now, so Gardevoir putting on immense pressure, and I'm not quite sure how Monk is going to be able to handle the absolute railing that this Gardevoir is going to do with Hyper Voice right now. Doesn't have an option like Wide Guard available to them. Let's go ahead and look at the team sheet and make sure of that. Yeah, with Araquanid down, there's no Wide Guard. So I'm not quite sure how we deal with anything like a Hyper Voice coming out here. Could be a very finicky situation, very risky for everything. And guys, make sure if you're new to the channel and you want to hop in a tournament in the future, that you do try your best to get in our Discord and stay up to date with tournaments when they do come arise. And we're going to be trying to do our best to make these tournaments as good as possible for y'all. It's just always going to be a little bit of a work in process. So thank you everybody for that. Thanks for being in this tournament. Stick around with a sub if you're new, and we're trying our best out here. It's kind of a one-man show today. I don't have yeah, like we don't have like a professional setup. We're not on Limitless yet, so we're trying to get all that sorted out, but it's work that I have to do. I've been super busy in my life. But here, guys, I don't know how we deal with the pressure of Gardevoir, and it looks like Lesk is going to get to clapping Pokemon here. Very just a very unfortunate lead came out with that taunt stomping that Trick Room and never really being able to get that momentum rolling here. Hyper Voice does come out and just picks up a clean double knockout. So Lesk is going to go ahead and take the win here. Let's see who else we can go ahead and watch. Okay, so Two Poor Mesa, I'm going to go ahead and give you the win for this match. And then, yeah, we should be all good there. You're going to go ahead and win that. And we'll go ahead and try to drop some players out after this match. Let me reach out to Krabs here and see how I can do this. Can we drop some players who are not responding? I can't figure it out. That way we make sure in the future rounds that we're actually getting very accurate battles here. But let's hop in to another battle. Make sure to get everybody on stream who hasn't been. Arthur and Josh are currently playing. Let's go ahead and go into their room ID and figure this all out. 6-7 6-7 sorry, okay. Intrusive thoughts, guys. We'll go 1-0-3-4 here. Yeah, let's go ahead and join Arthur's room. We'll pull up some team sheets and we'll take a look at that. So they're already in their match right now. And let's see what's popping down. Go ahead and spectate here. Looks like Zard Y. Oh, Cheesy Man's playing Zard Y right now. We got to get Cheesy on stream too. Josh is going to be running a team of Mega Charizard, Choppleberry, Incineroar, Choice Scarf Basculegion, Black Glasses King Gambit, Focus Sash Whimsicott, and Citrus Berry Garchomp. And then on the side of Arthur here, Arthur's going to be running that Mega Chimecho team that we did see on stream last time. But I figured this would be a good match to just hop into for the end of it, and then we can go ahead and stream what else is still playing after this one. Solar Beam does come out into that Gyarados for the knockout, and it looks like Arthur's going to be down to Glamora. No, Pedro, Swiss is all going to be best of one, as it looks like Josh is going to go ahead and take a win for that. So we actually hopped in the very tail end of this match. We're going to go ahead and leave this room. And very good win by Josh here. Going to, it looks like 2-0, I believe. I'm not certain, but either way. Let's go ahead and hop into Dubowski's match here. And it looks like, okay. Yeah, and guys, sorry again for some team sheet issues. As long as everybody can get the information, try to share your team sheet with them if it's not loading correctly into Battlefy. We tried to get everything set up with VR pace, but it looks like some people just weren't able to get it in. That's all good. We're all learning together. Let's go ahead and hop into the end of Shoju and Dubowski's battle here. This is round 2 of Swiss, guys. There's 5 rounds today, and then we will go ahead and figure it out. So go ahead and report score. I'm trying to get some people dropped here so that we don't have any matches going on. Okay, change score. Okay, we'll go ahead and drop Quinn here. And then, guys, let me know in the chat who else hasn't been playing. Just want to make sure that we get everybody. We'll go ahead and drop Devin. He didn't play either. Nice. Sage won that. 6-7. Pause. Okay, let's see. So Maxier and Guac, are they currently playing right now? Yes, they are playing. We have Chef Boy and Kevin. Okay, so it looks like Chef Boy did not arrive. We're going to go ahead and drop him. Just to make sure that the tournament runs more smoothly in the future. We'll give Kevin the win for that. Sorry, Kevin. Next round, we should be all good on this end. Let's make sure that these guys... Okay, cool. They played. Is Yoshi here? Yes, they are playing. Milkman. Looks like Mark Milkman is not here today. We'll go ahead and drop him. Tokumon, congrats on the win there. We'll report score as win. Okay, guys, we're making some progress here. We're watching Shoju right now. Guys, I know I'm not commentating over this battle. I'm trying to make sure everything is running smoothly for the rest of the tournament. But like I said, guys, leave a like if you like effort. We like effort around here. It looks like everybody else is playing. Is Asura playing? Yeah, they have their team in there. Great. And we should be all good. We should be all good in the hood. Okay, great. Cool. And we are going to be... Let's watch the end of this battle and see what's popping down. Farigiraf's going to use the Protect here. What's the situation looking like? Just King Gambit and Torkoal left. As Kowtow Cleave does go into that Torkoal slot for the knockout onto the Torkoal. No worries, Kevin. No worries. Yeah, I just want everybody to be having fun. You know, it's like if there's any team sheet issues, just try to bear with everybody. I want everybody to get the experience that they need, even if they, you know, slightly need something to work on, so that when they go to an actual tournament in real life, they don't have like a bunch of like issues that come up, and then they can't participate when they actually take time out of their day to drive somewhere and go. And yeah, we're just trying to have fun around here. Finals are going to be played today. We're all going to do it on this stream. It should go a lot faster now that we've dropped everybody who's not playing. And if anybody needs to drop in the future, just reach out to me in the chat. We should have everything going good. Helping Hand is going to come out from the Blastoise, and Blastoise is looking to blast this King Gambit into smithereens, but the King Gambit's saying pause. Not yet, but it does look like the Dubowski is going to be able to take this game too. Oh, Oh, that's a little disrespectful, my dog. Okay. Okay, we're doing a helping hand fake out here. I mean, I get it. It makes sense. But Blastoise at 11 HP. Let's see if he has Aura Sphere on this team. This could actually be closer than I'm thinking here. Blastoise does have Aura Sphere. So we're going to see what's about to pop down. Aura Sphere comes out. No Chople, it looks like. And no Focus Sash. So that is going to be the game. GG's to Shoju and Dabrowski. And it looks like that's going to be one of our last matches here. We have a couple more wrapping up here. Let's look at Guac and see what's popping down here. Actually, they're probably about to be done. Bunny took another win. So the Bunny team is actually going crazy. And let's see here. So these guys are probably about to wrap up as well. Let's go ahead and try to jump in to one more. See what's popping down here. No, but finals are going to be played today. And then we'll see what's popping down with everybody else. We're at the tail end of round 2 here, guys. We'll be hopping into round 3 very shortly. And just want to make sure hop into a match. Okay. I'm going to try to find one last code here for y'all. Okay, so it looks like they're about to play right now. 3-3-4-0. They should be wrapping up their match. But let's hop in on the tail end and see what's popping down. Bunny's saying he's making the rooms. Okay, Maxier's going to be playing here. Trying to get everybody on stream. Let's go ahead and spectate this match. If we have enough time here, I'll try to get their team sheets up. See what they're popping down with. Oh, it looks like the battle already ended. Okay, guys. Well, very good games. Let's see who ends up taking the rest of round 1. Double flinch scares me. Yo, okay, so they just ended themselves. Make sure to report the match. And let's see who's got it. Okay, so we got 2 more battles going. Yo, Dabrowski and Shoju, make sure to report who won in there. And then Klutz. Let's go ahead and see this. We'll leave this room. Let's go in here. Where's the battle code? 27. Oh, no, not make a room. 27081744. Let's see if we can catch the tail end of this battle. Otherwise, guys, make sure to post who did win in each battle. Looks like Shoju got that in with Dabrowski. And then they're battling still. So it's going to be our last battle of round 2. And yeah, there are a lot of cool teams today. I'm really excited to see how Top Cut shapes up. It's going to be really, really cool. Looks like this battle still kind of got some legroom to it. As we got a 3v2 going on. We got an Arcaudon, Politoed, and Sableye up against an Armor Rouge and Slowking Galarian. So, final 2 on the side of Saru, and Klute still has 3 Pokemon left. Now, Galarian Slowking can be very hard to get rid of, and pretty much only having Politoed and Arcaudon to do it, as it's going to go ahead and protect this turn, protecting itself from any damage, and we're going to see what's going to pop down. Disable does rock out into the Armor Rouge, so let's see what the Armor Rouge decides to go to, if it decides to go for a Heat Wave, and yeah, it does. It falls for the bait, as Dragon Pulse does go into the Slowking, though. Making sure that it can't get anything else going on and popping down here, guys. Arcaudon and Sableye are both pretty low. We know the Politoad's burned in the back. It'd be cool to see if this Arcaudon has any boosts up. We know this is... Yeah, it has +5 defense and +3 to its special attack. So it's going to be very difficult to get rid of. But no special defense raises could make Armor Rouge a little bit threatening, depending on the Slowking set here. If it does, I can't wait for more rabbits. Yo, Bunny, it's crazy. Bunny's on a hot streak, bro. Somebody's got to take him out. Somebody's got to take him out, or he's going to take the tournament away from... How's Cheesy doing in this tournament? Cheesy was dominating. Cheesy's got a loss already. Cheesy didn't lose at all. Yo, that was pretty crazy. Okay, Slow King does go for Protect again. It's going to fail as it gets Encored into Protect, as Dragon Pulse now goes into the Protecting Armoroo. So not a lot happening this turn. Looks like both players are running pretty low on battle time. So this battle's been going on for quite a while. So always going to be battles that are a little bit bulkier. And if we look through Saru's team, it's a very bulky team with that Mega Crabominable mode as well. Slow King's a really cool pick. And the battle ends to a forfeit, and Saru has lost. Recognizing the writing on the wall, going to be able to get Encored into that Protect again. So Klute's going to go ahead and take the win. He's going to get the win. And then, cool. So very good battles from round 2, guys. Let's go ahead and pair up for round 3. Now, everybody should be playing in round 3. Pairings are up, guys. Let's watch our last champion, Cheesy. Also a member on the channel. So definitely want to make sure that he gets in. He's going up against Gareth here. And they have left the room going into their next battles now. But let's wait for Cheesy to go ahead and make that code, or Gareth to make that code. And then, yeah, really cool teams that we're seeing today, guys. Everybody's staying locked in. We're keeping it positive. We're about halfway through Swiss right now. And things should be running a lot smoother now that I got a little bit more of an adjustment on how I need to manage the tournament here. So thank you guys for bearing with me. And yeah, Sarso had some problems there at the end. Gareth went ahead and made the code for this. So let's go ahead and hop into that room for when our guys are ready here and see what teams that they're going to be popping out with. Um, 5112. Going ahead and join Gareth's room. And yeah, Cheesy, just make sure to send that link in the chat before y'all hop into the battle room. Okay, cool. Yep, just as long as everybody's on the same page and there's no unfair advantage going on here, we're all good with that. And yeah, if you have the wrong set on your pace, just tell your opponent for this one. This is our first time doing an open team sheet tournament. I knew there was going to be a couple little issues here and there. Who tagged me? What do we got going on here? For Two Poor Mensa, just make sure you get the team pace for them or just take the win. I think we have everything sorted out to this point of how like the process is kind of going for this tournament. But let's just make sure to do that. Looks like they got some unread messages going on down here. Cheesy sent the paste. Y'all, good luck, have fun. Let's go ahead and look at these pastes. Let's go ahead and pull up Cheesy's paste first. Cheesy is running that Corviknight team that we've been seeing on stream. So it's Corviknight, Sylveon, Hydreigon, Basculegion, Maushold, and Mega Charizard Y. Some pretty common sets going on here. Corviknight does not have access to Bulk Up. It's more of a support set with that Tailwind, Brave Bird, and Iron Head. So very interesting squad there. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Gareth's team here. See what he's popping out with. We have that Mega Delphox team with the Roselli Berry Garchomp, Focus Sash Whimsicott, White Herb Sneasler, Citrus Berry Farigiraf, and Choice Scarf Rotom. Looks like Armaboza might have got a bye for this round. Is that what happened? Yeah, so got a bye for this round. And let's see, what are records looking like now? No standings available. Why? Why is there no standings available down here? Let's refresh the page. Okay, cool. Hell yeah, guys. Okay, so cool. We have, I think, 28 players left in the game, so very good here. We just have one bye per round. Players are choosing their mons to come out here. I would give the advantage over to Gareth off of squads, not only having that Rotom for the Corviknight and the Charizard, but having Delphox that's going to resist both attacks can be very useful, and the Delphox is really going to benefit from that Sun mode. So Delphox and Rotom are going to hit the field immediately, realizing the threat that puts on as Corviknight and Charizard hit the field immediately as well. Now we saw that this Rotom is Choice Scarf, so having that ability to Electro Web or Volt Switch out into a better position, but I think right here it's pretty happy with where it's at. Let's see what comes out from both players. That Corviknight does have access to Protect, so does Charizard. So it can be a little bit of a 50-50 here. But, yeah. I'm not choosing who's getting the buys. Battlefy is, so I can't really go ahead and do that. It'd be a little bit unfair. but we're trying our best out here, guys. Arthur, I'd probably stay in the... I'd probably, stay in, not only for practice, but if you do win out your last 2 matches, you can still make top cut, depending on it. And Mello, you're not playing today. That's why you're getting a bye every round, bro. Charizard Y is going to go ahead and stay in and Mega Evolve. So maybe predicting a little bit of a hard read here. But it will be setting up that Sun. So if it does go for anything like a Protect, that Sun is going to get set up. And that Delphox Heat Wave is going to hurt. Potentially eliminating the Corviknight immediately. But no Protect coming out from Cheesy here. That Volt Switch just goes fire straight into that Corviknight. And then we're going to see what the Delphox opts to go for here. The Delphox does have access to Encore, but no Nasty Plot, no Substitute, as Heat Wave does come out, and Wayne is going to avoid it. But who was Wayne here? It's actually the Corviknight, so Corviknight's going to stick around for an extra turn here, potentially setting up that Tailwind, which could be very important, as Solar Beam's going to come out and hit into this Garchomp slot right as we speak right now. So very good. Damage coming out from both sides here. I would say I would give the advantage definitely to... I still really like Gareth's team matchup going on. The Heat Wave miss into the Corviknight was very unfortunate. So in a best of 1, that could be absolutely huge. But I do think, however, Cheesy does have some options here. He can get rid of the Garchomp with something like a Heat Wave and a Brave Bird into the Garchomp. But it's going to be very interesting to see how Gareth wants to approach that. So... And you definitely don't want to keep stacking up Heat Wave damage from the Delphox. You don't want to ignore their fast, strong Mega Evolution for when Tailwind expires. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that pops down. Is the Whimsicott in the back to maybe set up that Tailwind for later once Charizard goes down? How is this going to get approached? The Garchomp does not have a Citrus Berry. So with the Roselli Berry, it's going to be doing the best that it can to stick around, but Charizard is going to opt for that Protect this turn, and we're going to see exactly what the Corviknight wants to go for. As Psychic, Corviknight's Delphox is still going to be faster than that Corviknight, so could have definitely got the knockout with that Heat Wave, but opting for the Psychic, as the Rough Skin's going to come out and get a little bit more chip, but at this point, Garchomp does go for the Rock Slide. It should be enough to pick up the knockout on the Corviknight, depending on how it's trained and how the Corviknight's trained, and it will be. So, Charizard sticking around for a turn. Corviknight going down here is not the end of the world, because you did get that chip that you really wanted into that Garchomp for later, guys. So, just trying to stay up on their pivot, on that paper chase, and do the best that they possibly can, as Hydreigon is going to come in here. And now Hydreigon puts immense pressure on both of these Mons, and I don't know exactly how you stop a Weather Ball or a Solar Beam into the Garchomp and a Dark Pulse, but my opponent doesn't have Natures, and I realized it first turn. Let's just go ahead and let's see who you're playing here, Dominic. If y'all could just kind of work out an agreement, if you want to reset and he can send you the Natures, or if you just want to play it as is, I think either is fine. Guys, I don't really have the best solution for the issue. We had a bunch of team sheet issues going on. I didn't want to cancel the tournament, though. That was one of the last things I wanted to do. So yeah, just kind of come to an agreement with them and see what's popping down there. But definitely should have had the Natures on there. I don't know why they didn't come through if they had the normal team list. But yeah, either way, we'll figure it out coming in the future. Let's see what's popping down here. Okay. Okay, so still in a pretty good position, but now Sneasler hits the field with that fake out pressure. Hell yeah, Sneasler has the fake out pressure, can fake out this Hydreigon. still get a Heat Wave off as the Fake Out does come out into that Hydreigon. And with only one turn of Tailwind left, this could be huge to kind of swing that momentum back in favor. But the Weather Ball is going to come out, and we're going to see if this is going to be able to knock out the Sneasler, as it actually does. So now, what threat do you have in the back for this Hydreigon with the Rotom? I think Hydreigon might be really annoying to try to deal with here. Psychic comes out, and it only does about 50% damage to the Charizard. Even with the Tailwind petering out, I'm not sure I see the way through the Hydreigon. With the Sun about to end, in about one turn or so, in the Hydreigon being Citrus Berry, where is the damage that's going to be coming into that slot? Cheesy might be able to figure it out. How do you think Champions will deal with restricted formats? Like, what do you think will be the method of getting restricteds for free-to-play players? I'm not sure. I hope they do events where they drop the legendaries, but Pokemon's always kind of sucked with that kind of thing. I don't have access to every game, so it's sometimes, like, I'm luckily enough I have ZA, so I can get like Floette and stuff like that, but I'm not sure how they're going to approach it. I hope that they do events where they give them out either on Pokemon Go or through another option. Thunderbolt is going to come into the Hydreigon, seeing that it's very difficult to get rid of this Hydreigon, maybe try and get a Paralysis. No Paralysis, and Heat Wave's going to be coming out. What's good, Joshua? How are you doing today? And Hydreigon's going to be brought down to that Citrus Berry, but it's going to be able to get a free attack off on either the Rotom or the Delphox here. It'd be really nice to see the Delphox getting targeted, but it's actually going to be the Rotom. Rotom's going to take a good chunk of damage, but keeping Gareth in the game here, because now a critical hit on a Thunderbolt or a Paralysis could be absolutely huge in swinging that momentum back. But we also do not know Cheesy's last Pokemon. If it's something like the Basque, the game is likely over as long as you get rid of the Rotom. That may be why opting to go for that damage into Rotom. Or you could use the GTS. The only thing with GTS is that a lot of GTS Pokemon are hacked, making it problematic for tournament plays, because you don't want to bring a hacked Pokemon to tournament play. But not really sure how they've been functioning things on Champions yet. It's kind of hard to realize if your Pokemon is hacked or not. In Champions, they do not have a very good player section to see. So definitely something that they're going to have to figure out, but I think they need to stop being such fucking cucks about it and just let people play as long as the Pokemon stats are okay. We're going to see Cheesy's fourth and final Pokemon here, and if it is that Basque Legion, the game is over, and it in fact is. Finn Diesel hits the field in a simple Wave Crash, or Last Respects is going to be able to clean up this Delphox and end the game, guys. So being able to bring Hydreigon very low, but having to put so many resources into doing that, and having that Tailwind get set up off turn 1, forced Cheesy into a position where he was just able to sweep through, and it was very difficult to deal with that Tailwind pressure. So GG, little bit unfortunate with the Heat Wave miss from Gareth's side, but very good game overall to both of y'all. And let's go back and see who is playing, who else is playing, who we could hop in. Let's go to the bracket, Swiss rounds, round 3. Let's go hop in Dominic's game, and then should be all good. Okay, wait, they're still figuring out team sheet thing. Let's hop in with Maxier here. Okay, Maxier's game's still up in here. Yo, what's good, TD? How you doing today, man? Trying to figure out this open team sheet event here. It's been very, very, very confusing. But we're managing, we're swimming through it. And sometimes, guys, you got to throw yourself in the deep end to get better as a person. Any progress is good progress, and you know, today I learned that I probably need a little bit of a better system of getting these team sheets in and some better checks. From my point of view, I thought it was all good. I saw VR pace, but I wasn't thinking that people were gonna bring some different teams, but it's all good. This battle has already ended, so we'll go ahead and hop in that. Guys, make sure, okay, it looks like shows you just reported it. And then let's look at, let's try to get Yoshi on stream here. So we'll hop into their battle. We'll leave this room. Yo, TD, how you doing today, man? Okay, so it's going to be 5, 3, 6, 5, 5, 1, 1, 8. And let's go see how this battle is popping down here. They're in the middle of the battle right now. You want to also fight? Josh, are you in the tournament today, or are you not you not joining in on this one? Okay, so Yoshi is running a team. Oh, Yoshi's got the Mega Houndoom. Of course he's got the Mega Houndoom. He's got Mega Houndooms, Choice Scarf, Garchomp, Talonflame, no item with the Acrobatics, Leftovers Torkoal, Milotic, and Sinistcha with the Citrus Berry. And then on the side of Saru, we've already seen this team, but this is that Crabominable team with hella stuff. TD's chilling, about to go to the beach. Yo, that's absolutely lit. Beach does sound really good right now. Chilling on the beach, doing the stream for the beach would be lit. And yo, TD, thanks for becoming a member, bro. That's fucking lit. I'll have to add you into the channels after the stream. And Saber, no, I usually do them bi-weekly, but they are going to be consistent coming forward. Yo, TD, thanks so much for that. And welcome to the King's Court, brother. Here in our battle here, we have the... Hold on, I can't see. Slowking and Venusaur facing down against the Sinistcha and the Torkoal right now. The Talonflame's already been knocked out, and Houndoom is in the back lurking, ready to get to clapping. But we're going to have to find out exactly what is going to be coming out from both trainers. You're not? Dude, it's all good, Joshua. You could always try to make the next one, or just be a spectator if you want to. It's all good either way. Sludge Bomb is going to be coming out into the Sinistcha of this slot, trying to get that chip down, become a poison member. Well, yeah, guys, TD absolutely mogging the chat with that. Thank you so much again for that. Machagacha does come out, doesn't do a lot of damage at all, but just getting some good chip down and trying to get in a little bit of better positioning here. Let's look and see if Trick Room is up after this turn expires. We can still see status effects from our side. Now, let's look if there's anything in particular. Looks like the Trick Room team is very defensively oriented with a lot of berries to reduce damage, but then Araquanid has that Mystic Water. And yo, TD flexing with his emojis. That's fucking lit. Yeah, I can't wait for YouTube to add the animated emojis. I think it's a matter of time. I have them animated in Discord, but when YouTube has those, it's going to be really, really, really cool. What new mons do you want to see in MB? I'd really like to see Dondozo and Mega Tatsugiri come back. That's my favorite Pokemon, personally. That's like my favorite tournament. I top cut with Dondozo. That was last year. And then I would also really like to see the Hoenn starters with their Mega Evolutions come back. But otherwise, guys, I like this format. I think there's a lot of variety that hasn't been discovered yet. And we kind of saw that in the tournament that happened over in Turin today. But I want to see Hitmontop or Scrafty. Those would both be good options too with that new Mega Evolution. And then Metagross, of course, is a staple. Psychic goes into the Houndoom switch-in, so a good switch out there. And Solar Power does do some damage to Houndoom. But with that Solar Power, it's going to be doing a lot of damage. I lost my first round because Encore failed. Encore can fail depending on what status effect they have right now. So definitely something to learn, but it's good that you learned that now. And you're still well in the tournament being 2-1 now. So all good. Yeah, Mega Swampert is going to be actually huge. Especially next to something like that Basket Legion. We'll see if they go back and retract some Pokemon. Some Pokemon might not be allowed anymore. You might have to send them back. But we will see. Venusaur is going to go ahead and protect itself this turn. Looks like Venusaur should have that Chlorophyll ability for now. It's probably why it doesn't want to go for anything like a Mega Evolution. But Slowking is going to get knocked out to the Heat Wave. So, very good from that side. Machagacha does come out. And it's going to be tough. Definitely wanting to go into the Araquanid here. We'll see if this Houndoom has any other fire move other than Heat Wave. It does not. So we would have to go for the Dark Pulse if the Araquanid comes in, wants to go for that Wide Guard. Oh, no Protects left. Yo, that's a classic. Driftless, we do not yet. But it should probably be It should be MB. It should be at the end of MB. But we'll find out. Sometimes they do some crazy shit. Gastrodon needs to come back too, Trash Panda. I love Gastrodon. Gastrodon, I top cut my first regional with Gastrodon team with Mega Kangaskhan back in like 2014, 2015. I got this cool dice from it. From the Athens Regional Championships. But then last year got my Ace Trainer card from the one because I got enough points from that. Venusaur is going to opt to Mega Evolve here. saying I want that extra special defense. And let's see what pops down here at the end of this game between Saru and Yoshi. Rage Powder is going to be coming out from that Sinistra. And yes, Storm Drain is very good, and it would be very good in the Basket Legion right now. That's why I also want to see Tatsugiri, see if that could make a little comeback. That would be cool as well. Looks like Dark Pulse is going to come out and knock out that Mega Venusaur. I would have liked to see the Chlorophyll. Wait, no, the sun is gone now. That's why the Mega Evolution came out. That makes a lot of sense. But Araquanid's kind of walled pretty well by this Sinistra. Might be very difficult to get rid of this Houndoom. And Dubwoski, I think 1 or 2 players that are 5 and or 3 and 2 are going to be making top cut. But we shall see. If we do the math on it, it looks like 1 to 2. I think it'll be 2 though. So we'll see. It depends on how everybody else wins and loses and how that kind of shapes out with that. So we only have a couple 3-0s left. We have, it looks like 4 right now, maybe 5. 4. So yeah, if they start losing, then yeah, more 3 and 2s are gonna make that top cut. But imagine if Nintendo decides that F2P players get restricted except Miraidon, Koraidon, Groudon, Kyogre, Calyrex, and Terapagos. Dude, it would be pretty cool. Nasty Plot comes out from the Houndoom now, sitting in front of the Samurott. Very interesting choice, because do we see an Aqua Jet on the Samurott? Is that what we see? Hold up, let me pull it up. We do not have an Aqua Jet, but we do have a Sucker Punch. So if we get enough damage down, it looks like Liquidation's also going to come out, and that's just going to be the game. Saru made a pretty good comeback. I would have liked to see something like a Heat Wave trying to get a burn on that Sinistra, but the wide guard threat was imminent, so I definitely understand. Yoshi's going to take an L in this one. Saru takes the win. And we should be wrapping up round 3 pretty soon here. It looks like Clute and Asura is going to be our last game here. They should be finishing up any second now, guys. So we can kind of just chill for 1 or 2 seconds. Let me know if anybody else wasn't participating in this round, if they need to go ahead and get dropped. But otherwise, guys, thank you so much. And these are best of 1. We're doing best of 1 through Swiss and then best of 3 in Top Cut. And yo, thank you, TD. We got to rep the Nike check. And then, guys, we got the Adidas joggers on today. We're just having a nice relaxed fit for this little Sunday afternoon. I'm gonna go ahead and report that. Okay, so Saru reported that as a win. Looks like Clute and Asura are still playing. I'll try to hop in really fast, but I feel like they'll probably be done. They started 15 minutes ago, so by the time when we get in that room, they will likely be done. Let's see here though. Let's find that room. Momo was inactive for too long. Is he still playing, though? Let me check it out. Okay. Oh, he was inactive? Okay. I'm going to keep him in because it looks like he is still playing. How's his record doing? Momo's 0-3. Momo, let me know if you're still playing. If you want to keep playing, I'll keep him in because it looked like he did respond eventually. He probably just wasn't around, but yeah, he was late to the round, so it makes all sense. But yeah, okay. So let's see here. Room code is 56. And guys, don't be mad at me that I suck at running tournaments. I'm trying my best to get this going for y'all. It's just a work in progress that I have to learn how to do better. They started the game and then stopped mid-game. Maybe they got distracted with something. I don't know if they're still in here. They're 0-3, so they're going to get paired up into another 0-3, so they're out of the tournament. But at the same time, if they want to continue out the playing, like, you know, I'm going to, like, I'll let them play. But if they're, you know, inactive again, it might be a thing. And it looks like this game's going to come down to Politoed pretty much against the world here. So it should be just about GG's. But Scovillain's still very healthy. Rain looks like it's probably only got 3 turns left. Couple protects in this game could wrap up here. So let's see the end of Asura versus Clute. And yeah, we're going to see what's popping down. 2 points under Mega Houndoom speed. Oh, that's crazy. Yo, that's insane. Saber, I'm going to NAIC next week. That's why I put together this tournament, because I'm gonna be inactive that weekend. So I wanted to make sure I had a nice little tournament for y'all set up. Oh, and with our Cowdon in the back, let's see how much HP this Arcaludon has left, because it could be GG right here, depending on the sets and everything like that. It is going to be Weather Ball going into the Arcaludon. This will probably do 20% or so. Yeah, a little bit more than 20% actually. Actually, no, exactly 20%. But Arcaludon being at full HP does wrap this game up, having that 2-turn Electro Shot, or just being able to Dragon Pulse chip this guy down. Skill Villain is not disabled anymore, and it should be GG's. The forfeit is going to come out. Asura is going to get the win. Oh, no. Yeah, Asura is going to get the win. And that is our last match in round 3. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into round 4. Let's go ahead and get that all good. Looks like this is all good. Let's go to round 4. And round 4 pairings are up, everybody. Looks like we're going to have Gareth versus 2 Poor Mensa. I think we're going to stream... How do we want to do this? Let's get... I'm going to give y'all an NAIC vlog. It's going to be fun, but it's going to be the first vlog and probably only vlog I ever do unless I go to other tournaments. Because I'm not going to be able to make a video that day, but I want to make sure y'all have some content. And being able to see like a day in the life of a tournament, guys. I think that'd be pretty cool. But the best performing players would show up on stream, guys. I don't have a team ready together, and I haven't really practiced that much. I'm really just going for fun, but I got my top cut in Puerto Rico like 2 months ago. I don't usually go for Worlds. I don't have the money to go to a lot of the trips, but NAIC is one I always try to go to. A lot of my friends go to that one. But the pairings are up for round 4, y'all. Try to get in your match as quickly as possible. Arthur, let me know if Momo does show up. If he doesn't, it would kind of suck that you got paired up into him if he doesn't show up. But I wanted to keep him in because it looked like he did play last battle. He hasn't been responding, so I'm not really sure what's going on here. Let's go actually hop in with let's see, do we have a 3-0 versus 3-0 here? Sage. Let's go watch Sage for this battle. So Sage is going to be going up against Saiku. Whoever wins this battle between Sage and Saiku is guaranteed top cut. So let's make sure to give these guys their props. Both of them very well damn near could make top cut. Fuck. Okay, I went to the wrong screen. Okay, we'll go to battle. Pappy Pud, yeah, you can bring your Switch, of course. I mean, just probably trying to find somebody that wants to play mid-tournament could be a little bit difficult, but people are usually very nice at the tournaments. And, you know, say hi to me. I will be there, and anybody who sees me at NAIC, feel free to say hi. I will say hi. I'm not going to be a fucking douchebag. Even though I'm competing, I don't really care. Like, just be chill. Just be chill. We're chill guys around here. Saiku and Sage are both ready to battle. Sage is going to hop in that room in just a second. Saiku did send over the pace, so Sage, make sure you get that before you hop into battle. Let's go ahead and look at Saiku's pace here and see what he's popping down with. He's got that Meowscarada squad with that Mega Charizard and that Mega Gallade. We saw him on stream just a little bit ago. And let's go ahead and look at Sage's pace as well. So Sage is running a very cool team with the Gale Wings, Sharp Beak Talonflame, Focus Sash Glamora, Citrus Berry Sinistra, Mega Kangaskhan. I love to see that. Como with the leftovers, and then the Azumarill with the Mystic Water. Seeing a lot of Azumarill actually performing very well today. Now let's go ahead and spectate this battle and see what pops down. You couldn't get tickets for Worlds? Dude, that sucks. Kevin, did you make Worlds this year? Let's see what pops down. Okay, so they're in team preview choosing their battle right now. And yeah, dude, the tickets for NAIC too. Kevin, are you going to NAIC? Let's see. Okay, bet. Let's see if Momo did arrive with Arthur here. Okay, yeah, Momo's in there. Okay, cool. I'm glad I didn't drop him. So he's definitely here. Ilias, if your opponent doesn't show up, give them 10 minutes. If they're still not there, go ahead and report it as a win. I go through and check that after. But let's look at this matchup here, guys. So we have a double mega mode with Gallade and Charizard on the side of... what's the name here? On the side of Saiku. And then on Sage's side, we have that single Mega Evolution on Kangaskhan. So a little bit more flexibility. Gallade matches up very good into Kangaskhan. But getting protected by that Azumarill and that Como is going to be very important. And Talonflame obviously puts a ton of pressure on Gallade. So that's where Saiku has to be careful. Glamora puts a lot of pressure on the Charizard. So it'll be very interesting to see how both players kind of approach this matchup, guys. Oh, Kevin, you meant NAIC. I was going to ask you if you were going to NAIC. A lot of people didn't make NAIC this year. I got really lucky to get my spot. I think they should do it for like people who have more points get like higher priority, but Pokemon's just stupid the way they be doing tournaments. But it is hard to run tournaments, guys. I'm learning that. And Bomo is here, so good luck to both of y'all playing in that match. It's going to be Aegislash and Aerodactyl and Talonflame and Kangaskhan. So I would give advantage over to Saiku in this turn 1, having that Aerodactyl Rock Slide pressure in the Talonflame, but Kangaskhan does, of course, have that fake out to stall for a turn or two and get themselves in a little bit of a better position. But we'll have to see what's popping down here, guys. For anybody new out there to our channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We do tournaments like this like every other week, and if you want to be part of one in the future, join our Discord. We make daily champions reports every day on this channel, every day except tournament Sundays. But I have a lot of fun putting these together, and I think we're building a really, really, really fucking cool community, guys. Aegislash did go for a protect turn 1. Nobody attacked into Aegislash, so kind of a wasted protect there. And Aerodactyl did get faked out. So losing the ability of that Focus Sash moving forward could be very important to the end of this game. At the same exact time, Azumarill does threaten down this Aerodactyl with some good damage. And Kangaskhan being here is kind of in an odd spot because it has to Sucker Punch if it wants to hit the Aegislash very well, or stay outside of Scrappy. But we're gonna see that Kangaskhan go ahead and Mega Evolve, and we're gonna see what's popping down with that, and how this is gonna get approached in the future. I have to win this next battle. I can't have my only win be a bye. Yoshi, you just gotta lock in. You're gonna be fine. I believe in you, brother. We do see the Sucker Punch come out. We do see Rock Slide also come out. So chipping down both Azumarill and Kangaskhan. And then we're going to see what this Aegislash is going to want to go for, because it's actually going to be faster than the Azumarill here. So Shadow Ball is going to be coming out. So a special Aegislash set is very cool coming out from there. And then Liquidation is going to come out and top off this Aerodactyl, getting a full knockout there. So, yeah, we shall see what's popping down. Aegislash is still alive. We now know the Aegislash is faster. Pokemon Champions fucking up free-to-play players in the future. Pokemon does that regardless. So it's kind of like, it's not something we could really avoid, but I'm hopeful that they do come out with events that do drop like legendary Pokemon and stuff like that. But Saber, like a lot of times in Pokemon, it's been a lot worse. Like I've had to pay people like $50 to get like a Calyrex that was like legit before in the past, but it's just an unfortunate, like reality with how Pokemon kind of be operating. Everybody's a grifting ass motherfucker nowadays. If I was trying to grift out here, I'd be putting ads on the streams, but I don't like ads on the streams because I want y'all to be here, be present, and have a really good time with everybody. Sucker Punch is going to come out in the Charizard. Sorry, my screen was going dead there. And Aqua Jet also coming out in the Charizard. So getting some really good chip there as the Aegislash did protect itself. Heat Wave does come out. No Solar Beam, but doesn't need the Solar Beam to pick up the knockout onto Azumarill. Getting really good chip in the Kangaskhan as well. But another kind of wasted turn for that Aegislash where nothing was really even popping down into that slot. So Sage and Saiku both trying to play it as safe as possible. Sage taking damage where he sees it. And Saiku trying to play safe and protect itself as much as possible. I hope Primal Groudon is not locked to ZA. I want to use it as a sub for Torkoal. Bro, Yoshi probably, it's going to be a while until they allow Primal Groudon again. I gotta be honest with you, I think it's going to be a year or two. Because Groudon was just allowed in the last one. It wasn't Primal Groudon, but I feel like it will be quite a while. Pokemon usually operates in like 3-year windows, so I'm thinking about a year or two from now they'll open that up again. But we shall see. Champions might change everything. Maybe they try to make it better, but we'll find out in the future, guys. Glimmora hits the field here. Now, Glimmora puts on really good pressure on both Aegislash and Charizard here. It'll be interesting to see if this Aegislash can take an Earth Power in its defensive form. And then it'll be interesting to see if Charizard can take a Sucker Punch at this point. But we're not quite sure how this Kangaskhan is built. Kangaskhan can be built to be faster than Charizard and vice versa. So Charizard's going to go ahead and protect itself this turn, maybe wanting to operate from the back. As Sucker Punch does come out into Aegislash, and it looks like it's not going to pick up a knockout. Very, very close to getting that. Yeah, I'm not going to do it right now, but I should do that in the future and stuff like that. I'm used to playing on stream, so it's a little bit different. We saw a double up actually go into the Aegislash this turn, so ignoring that Charizard again and giving Sage a huge advantage. But Glimmora does, Meowscarada does hit the field here. Does threaten knockout onto Kangaskhan if it wants, but with that Choice Scarf, having to lock in to one move for the rest of the game, and knowing that Sage does have 3 Pokemon left, this could be very, very tricky. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. So, let's see what pops down here, guys. And Sage and Saiku are going to be duking it out, and it should be all A-okay and dandy. I'm going to give the advantage here to Sage. I think Sage is getting more reads correctly and definitely has an opportunity to knock out this Charizard this turn depending on what they go for. We're going to see if the Charizard is built to be fast, but with that modest nature, we know it isn't going to be faster than Glimmora. If Glimmora is timid, and we can see that the Glimmora is also modest, so it could have been sketchy. Low kick does come out into the Kangaskhan, but locking in a low kick, knowing that Talonflame in the back is a little bit risky, because you definitely got to make sure you have a way of knocking that out. As Sludge Bomb goes into the Charizard and does pick up the knockout. Even though this Charizard was built very bulky with the HP that we see on our side, Dabrowski lost his first match. That's absolutely insane. But Talonflame hits the field here. And with Meowscarada locked in the low kick, I think there's nothing that Saiku can do to come back from this deficit that they're in right now. I would have liked to see a triple axle come out. I think that would have gave you the best shot, or even a dark type move. But I understand the philosophy. And Talonflame's Brave Bird is going to clean up this match regardless. So very good game by Sage. Saiku played it a little bit safe at sometimes where there wasn't that pressure going into that slot. I'm pissed every time I faced so far was a bad matchup for Mr. Krabs. No, it sucks, man. I just want to play and make Houndoom work. I mean, we saw it almost worked in that last match that we played. So let's see what other matches are popping down right now. Let's see Arthur on stream here. See if we can hop in there. Yo, BMO, how you doing today, man? Let's go hop into Momo versus Arthur, and we'll get that on stream here. So 7, 9, 6, 7, 2, 1, 7, 9. See how their match is going, and make sure you're not crazy, JMS. I prefer the same thing. Make sure to report your wins and losses as they come in, guys. I'm going to need, after this match, I need to grab a snack because I have a splitting headache. Ilias, what is the username? I will go ahead and drop. What is your username on Battlefy? So I could see it from my end. It looks like here we have that Chimecho team coming from Arthur again with that Mega Gyarados. And then we have the Garchomp and Talonflame, but going up against the pressure of this Charizard and Garchomp. So it's a 2v2 situation. Definitely damage trade going to Momo here. having that more damage coming out. Cody rocked me. Oh shit, Cheesy. Cheesy's on the line for making top cut after winning our last tournament, so it's going to be very interesting. Dual Wing Beat does come out into this Garchomp. We're going to see it's not going to do that much damage. Will live the recoil from Rough Skin, but it's going to be very close. But, yeah, no, Terra's pretty fun, bro. I like Terra. Rock Tomb comes out on a Charizard, and that is going to pick up a knockout. So it actually could be very close depending on what this Garchomp goes for. Oh, Tokamon. Oh, maybe Tokamon taking a step back for a while. I don't want to drop Tokamon, though, because he was excited to play, and he did play a couple rounds earlier. And let's see where he's at. I'm not going to drop him yet. He is eliminated now. So if their opponent, if he wants to play his opponent for fun later, he should be all good to do that. Dude, Terra Normal Dream Spin did go hard. Momo is going to pull out the dub from this battle, guys. So let's try to find another one that we can hop into. Maybe Asura versus Guac. Okay, so they're looking at the team. They should be in their battle right now. I'm going to try to join in that one. Shout out to Momo for taking down Arthur. Oh, Tokamon, did you leave for a little bit? I'm not gonna drop you, but I think you missed round 4. But yeah, I mean, we got one more round left in Swiss, so just, you know, stay in if you want to play your last battle, or if you don't, let me know and I can drop you from it. Just so that anybody who wants to play doesn't play into not being able to play. Okay, so it's gonna be 8-1, 2-7. Oh, did they finish? Oh, definitely. Oh, they just finished. Okay. Let's take a look at Kevin again, I think. Looks like they should be playing right now. 3. Definitely always streaming one match per thing, but it can get a little bit tricky. I'm just trying to give y'all maximum content so that y'all don't get bored of me and leave me for a 6'5" black guy. But yeah, let's hop into Kevin's room here and see what's popping down. Shoju's room. We do have a couple 4-win people. They'll be duking it out for the top seed in top cut. I think we have 2 left right now. And let's see what's going on between Kevin and Shoju here. So it's going to be the King Gambit against the Pelipper. Without the rain up, though, I'm definitely going to give the advantage over to this King Gambit. Kevin looks like he might be on the brink of elimination right now. What's his record? What's Kevin's record? Ooh, okay, no, not yet. He could still, both these players are going to have a really good chance at top cut as long as they lock in for the last battle that they do. You probably need a refresh when the pairings come out. I'm not really sure why it did that. We're still figuring out with Battlefy and everything, and it looks like a little courtesy soak here to turn it into a water type. And then a Kowtow Cleave is going to come out. Pelipper's Citrus Berry, we'll see if it's gone here. It does look to be gone. So now no attacks can come out unless you want to get Sucker Punched. But also, yeah, probably do want to go for the Sucker Punch to avoid any confusion, stuff like that. Now, Kevin can play around that. But it will be a Hurricane. We're going to see if a Confusion is going to come out here. This could be huge. Hurricane comes out. Kowtow does come out, and that will end the thing. So that's the second. No, that's the last match going on. Oh, we got Tell and Lesk still playing. Oh, looks like that's over. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and load up into round number 5. Tokamon, make sure to refresh when you get back from the washroom and join that in. But let's go ahead and generate round 5. Now, pairings are up, everybody. This is going to be our last round. I'm going to take a second to grab a quick spoonful of peanut butter. I will be back in 2 seconds to stream a match. I'm just going to wait for one battle room to open. Let's pull a match of people that are both 3 and 2. So, or 2 and 2. Because they have a chance. Actually, let's pull a 3 and 1. Let's watch Bunny. I think y'all like Bunny's team. And let's see what's popping down with that. Where's Bunny? Bunny's going up against Cody. I think this will be a good one. Let's hop into their room ID, and then I'm going to grab a quick snack before top cut and everything like that. Let's have a good round 5, everybody. Leave a like on the stream if you've been enjoying these tournaments. Let's try to break our like record. I think it's something like 30. I don't know if we'll be able to do it. That stream was popping that day. But let's try our best, guys. And yeah, I got to get some peanut butter just so that we're all good. Cody and Bunny is going to be our stream match. I think this should be a good match. And Cody needs a second, so we're going to give him a second. And then we'll be hopping into that. A spoon of peanut butter, Malik. That's what we need to do. Oh, my God. Okay. Okay, so, yo, Bunny's like, take your time, but not too much time. Actually, let me go hop into another match while these guys are getting that figured out. And maybe, let's see who is 3-1. Tell is 3-1. Let's watch Tell. We didn't watch Tell last time. He's going up against Dabrowski here. Room code is 8677 5518. 8677 5588 18. Okay, I'm tripping. Can't even read. This is Dabrowski's room. Yeah, I got a little bit of a headache right now, but I'm just gonna get a quick snack, then I'll be back and locked in for top cut in the end of round 5, guys. Just want to make sure I get these guys in the battle. Tell is not responding, so this might have not been a good room to join right now. Guys, make sure that, yeah, let's make sure that we're, okay, let's go back and see if Cody and Bunny are back yet. Okay, it looks like they might be back in our room. So I just left this room for nothing. It's all good, guys. No worries at all. Let's see, what was the code for this one? 52658809. And this is round 5, guys. So this round right here will decide top cut. And yeah, it looks like they're battling right now. Let's go hop into this, and then I will be right back after getting a very quick snack. Let me get rid of my face cam so you could just enjoy the battle. Don't leave yet. Top cut is coming up next after this battle. Enjoy the beginning of this. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Oh my god. My Switch was about to die. Fuck. Okay, we're all good. Had to get a quick peanut butter pita wrap. But don't know what's going on in this battle. But we got to get it going good. So it looks like we got the Tinkaton's been knocked out. We got the Mega Lopunny on the field next to the Zoroark. Diggersby is in the back. And Cody hasn't lost in a single Mon yet. Might be difficult to get rid of something like this Rotom with this Bunny squad here. With like, you probably need to use your Lopunny. Zoroark's actually on the field and not the Lopunny right now. So we're gonna see. Snarl comes out to reduce the damage coming from the Rotom. And then we shall see what is popping down here. Let's look at some team sheets here from these guys. And yeah, shout out everybody bearing through that little break. I needed a quick snack, guys. So we got the Bunny team from Bunny, obviously. So it's been a little bit fun. And then yeah, okay, I'm talking with how we got to get top cuts considered here. And we're going to get that figured out right after this match, but it's going to be really interesting to see how many people make top cut and how that top 8 does pop down. As Diggersby, though, knocks out the Incin with a critical hit. Not sure what stat boosts were on the Incineroar right now, but definitely a very good play. As Will-O-Wisp actually comes out into the Zoroark. I mean, into the Rotom. So, very interesting. Okay, okay, so for top cut, I have to configure the bracket after this round, obviously. But we have the Diggersby locked into that high horsepower now. That's a Choice Scarf Diggersby. Floette hits the field. So, looks like no Tyranitar coming into this game. Makes a lot of sense with Tinkaton, with Lopunny, with Diggersby, with the Azumarill. A lot of things hit it really, really hard. Floette is going to be pretty hard to deal with. This Lopunny does not really get a super great normal type move. And with Sneasler also hitting the field, have to be careful of a big close combat. I'm not too aware of my Lopunny speed tiers. I'm not sure if anybody is, but definitely something that we have to lock in here. Ready for top cut. Top cut's going to be really lit, but we're going to see who's going to clinch their spot in top cut at the end of this battle. Not sure how many turns I missed, guys, but we do have Guac beating Josh in this match, in this round. Sent 6-7 jewels for 60. Yo, thank you, TD, bro. How do you get that custom 6-7 emoji? That's crazy. Let's see just how much this... It's going to be the Fake Out coming onto the Floette, doing pretty good damage. And high horsepower coming out into the Sneasler for the knockout. And just like that, it's actually going to be a 2v2. 163 base speed now? 163 sounds intense, but we have to see it. Rotom hits the field here. And Rotom's at a middly HP. I think this Diggersby is not at -1 from the Incineroar. And it's going to be interesting to see what comes out. Rotom's going to protect itself. Very interesting protect. I would think that Floette might want to protect itself. But the Mega Kick does go into the Rotom. And his high horsepower comes out from the Diggersby. And with the huge power, it's not going to be enough for the knockout. So no double up into Floette. Leaves Lopunny vulnerable. And now Rotom will be able to win the game from here. Just with one simple Hydro Pump. Let's ensure that he has the Hydro Pump on his Rotom. Which he does. So that game is over because Cody wasn't going to be able to get attacked by his Rotom. So a very good identifying the win con there. Bunny just this close to not getting that knockout there. Would have liked to see the Mega Kick maybe go into the Floette as well. Or maybe something like Close Combat to make sure he didn't get knocked out. And Cody flexing his defensive Floette. Let's hop in with Kosei Looks like last two battles here are Drunkamon and Arthur. They're playing right now. And okay, let's see if they're in their battle room yet. Hopefully they are. Looks like they had just got it together about 5 minutes ago. 7-9, 6-7. We just have a few more matches and then Top Cut is ready. My head's also feeling a lot better, guys. That little peanut butter snack tonight. I want to see if I could finesse some sushi plans. I want to go get sushi, so I need to finesse somebody to go with me. But yeah, don't have close combat, but I wasn't predicting the protect. Yeah, the protect was a little bit funky. I wasn't expecting that either. But it makes a lot of sense protecting that win con, knowing if I get rid of this Lopunny, I could win. So definitely a really good read. So it looks like Cheesy won his last battle, hoping to make the top cut here. And it's going to come down to this Arcaludon versus the world in the sunlight. Against this Gyarados and against this Sinistcha, it could be very close. Not sure how many boosts. The Gyarados doesn't have any boosts up, but Arcaludon can't accurately go for Electro Shot very easily here. Peanut butter does fix anything. A little bit of healthy fats. 0 sugar added on the peanut butter, by the way. Also, shout out to our future sponsor on the channel, Splindrift. This is going to be the longest stream that I've ever done on the channel. So, guys, I'm not the best streamer, guys, but I try my best. Then I go do other things. Yeah, I mean, Bunny, I hope you make it, man. Your team's fucking lit. We just got to hope. We just gotta hope for the best. Crunch is gonna come out. No Dragon Dance. It's a little bit interesting. I think it might be very hard to get rid of this Arcaludon with no Dragon Dance, as Flash Cannon comes and knocks out the Sinistcha. And with those leftovers on the Arcaludon, no leftovers on the Arcaludon. So now it's really gonna come down to a it's gonna come down to, is this Arcaludon gonna be able to outlast? Is every stamina boost? It might come down to crits. Aura Sphere comes out onto the Gyarados and doesn't do 50%, so I would have really liked to see 2 Dragon Dances come out there. But just wasn't meant to be, guys, and I don't know. I think this Arcaludon might have it now with these defense boosts, but we shall see. I think a Dragon Dance should come out. I don't even know at this point. Crunch, I think we're just going for crits. I think we have one more attempt at a critical hit, and if he gets that crit, he could get the win here, but without the crit, I think it's going to be GG. I think this Arcaludon's going to take it. Would have really, really liked to see the Dragon Dance come out before the Crunches came out, but I don't know. This could just come down to one of those games. Is it going to be a crit? No crit on the Arcaludon. The Arcaludon's going to be able to outlast and knock out this Gyarados with the Aura Sphere, and Tokamon is going to take round 5 here. And guys, with that, that's our last match. So let me go ahead and report score with Tokamon getting that win. And let me go ahead and consider and configure Top Cut and try to get this figured out. Make sure I do it right so that we don't fuck anything up. Okay. Let's go in here. Let me just reach out to Craps real fast. It's based off of resistance. It's based off of resistance. Right fast, I'm a bit confused. It's not showing their records. Okay, cool. We're gonna get this all set up in just a second, guys. If you need a little like 5-minute breather, obviously Top Cut matches are going to be a little bit like no one's gonna drop in Top Cut, I don't think. So we're gonna see how resistance goes out for a second here. But yeah, Tokamon, that was a really, really close match. So definitely shout out to both of y'all. Hard played match. Let's see if Craps can respond here, or if I'm just gonna have to wing it. I don't want to fuck anything up. Okay, so we got... Let me go back. How many participants? Select the bracket from which to pull standings. The automatic seeding process will put the top placing players. Oh, from here. Okay, let me just double check something really fast. And I think I have it set up right. Okay, wait. Oh, what happened here? I missed something. Yo, Armaboza, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Top Cut is going to be starting in just 2 seconds. Yo, that's actually so lit. And it is just top 8, guys. It's going to be best of 3 in Top Cut. We're going to be streaming 1 match from each thing down to final. So we'll stream 1 of the top 8s, 1 of the top 4s, and then we'll stream that final match, and it will be lit. But thank you so much, Armaboza. Dude, that means a ton to me. And yeah, I just want to make sure I get this set up right. It looks like Craps is setting it up. Just want to make sure I don't make any mistakes here and have the Top Cut bracket all fucked up. So let's see what's popping down here. Okay, so it's going to be Kosei versus Bunny, Tell against Guac, Sage against Dabrowski, Saiku against Cody. We're going to go ahead and start the bracket, and y'all can go ahead and get into y'all's matches. I think we're going to be streaming for our first battle. Let's go ahead and take our 4 and 5 seed, Tell versus Guac. Pull them on streams. Everybody, good luck, have fun, and everything should be up right as we're speaking right now. And yes, Dabrowski, you got in. Bunny also got in. So it's going to be very interesting to see how everything is, dude. Everything's popping down here. Yeah, Arthur, it's all good, bro. It's all about experience and just playing more and trying to get the best odds of winning out here. Let's see what the final standings were. Yeah, a couple people did miss out on Top Cut, but it's all good. Kevin, yo, have a great day. Thank you for bearing with me with the issue that we had earlier. And my Kang has low kick. Sage, make sure you communicate that with your opponent. Make sure that's known. In the chat that y'all have, make sure that is known for certain. Okay, so Guac is Tell is making the room right now. We're gonna go ahead and hop into that. Actually, it looks like Guac made the room. Let's go ahead and hop into there. And 8774 9211. And yeah, let's hop into this. This is our first top 8 match. The ace. So resistance means like how many of your opponents won versus lost. If you played only opponents that ended up going 4-1 and you went 4-1, your resistance is going to be really high. But if you went 4-1 and you had somebody who went 3-2, somebody that was 2-3, somebody that was 1-4, and then an 0-5 player, your resistance would be really low. Looks like Guac and Tell are both in this room. Let's check out their pace. Looks like they both have good VR pace links, so we're all chilling on that front. Team's matchup going into our first round of Top Cut here is going to be a Charizard X team versus a Mega Dragonite and Mega Glamora team. So really fucking cool teams coming from our first match in Top Cut here. Cheesy's got money on Cody. It looks like Cheesy didn't make it in. BMO, no problem. Sorry for the issues that we had, but I'm trying to get it sorted out the best I can. And no, typically it's gonna be top 8 or top 16. Top 12 would make over half the tournament make top cut. So want to, keep it rolling, adequately. Top 12 would be kind of weird with seeding and everything like that. But I'm following the rules, like on how Pokemon sets it up. But let's go over some team listing. Let me get rid of my webcam really fast. But we have Charizard X with Temper, Flare, Dragonclaw, Dragon Dance, and Protect. Mega Floette with Moonblast, Dazzling Gleam, Calm Mind, and Protect. Focus Sash Sneasler with Coaching. We have the Defiant King Gambit with the Chople Berry. Does have Protect and Iron Head, no Low Kick. Then we have a Cassib Berry Sinistra and a Citrus Berry Incineroar. And then on the opposing side here, we have the Mega Dragonite with Protect, Thunderbolt, Dragon Pulse, and Heat Wave. We have a White Herb Sneasler, Black Glasses King Gambit, Basket Legion with Mystic Water, Mega Glamora, and then that Focus Sash Whimsicott. Hidden tech on the Whimsicott is the Charm. So guys, stick around with a subscribe for our first top 8 match of our second tournament. This is our first open team sheet tournament. Really excited to see how this plays out. And if I was looking at this team on a base value, I am a little bit scared of how we're going to get rid of Mega Glamora efficiently on the side of Guac. But or Tells Mega Glamora. I think it's going to be a huge problem for Guac. We're going to see exactly how it plays out, and I'm really excited to see it. So let's see what leads are going to be like coming out right now. It's going to be that Floette and Sneasler lead. And let's see what on Tell's side. It's going to be Sneasler and Whimsicott. Opting to want to get Tailwind set up. Possibly for that Glamora in the back. Maybe for the Dragonite. Probably the Glamora, though. Has a great matchup in the Guac's team. This is game 1, guys. So everybody lock in. Stay strapped or get clapped. Tote the 9, spray the block, and pray to God every day that you make it back home to mom's. Let's see what comes out turn 1, guys. Okay, so turn 1 here. Floette's going to go ahead and Mega Evolve. Getting that Fairy Aura down for the rest of the game. Or the rest of the time that Floette is on the field. Both Sneaslers have Fake Out Pressure this turn 1 going into this. We're going to see what each one opts to go for. As Guac's Sneasler is going to be faster, faking out as a Charm goes out into that Sneasler. Lowering that attack and defense, or actually just attack. And Calm Mind comes out from the Floette, wanting to make sure to stack up as many boosts as possible going into the next following turns. Now, Whimsicott does not have Encore. It opts for Fake Tears instead. So it'll be really interesting to see how that is played out. Knowing with the open team sheet that it doesn't have Encore, Guac feels safe to go for that Calm Mind right now. Even though Fake Tears can come out and lower that special defense down all the way, it will be very interesting to see what happens as Sneasler's going to go for Protect here. The Driftless ASMR took both of my L's. These guys, yo, that's fucking crazy. And thank you guys, everybody, for joining in this tournament. Super fun time. Tailwind's going to come out from the Whimsicott, making sure that gets set up. And we're going to see Sneasler go for a Coaching to raise that defense on that Floette as well. So now, not only at +1 special attack, only at +1 special defense, but having that defense boost as well is going to make it way harder to remove. And Floette is looking like an absolute fucking unit right now. Being able to Calm Mind and Protect in front of a Whimsicott is really cool here because it makes it very hard to deal with. And Guac is definitely setting up for a Floette sweep. Definitely is going to want to position in another really powerful, fast threat as Moonblast is going to come out from this Whimsicott into the Sneasler slot. Breaking the Focus Sash on that side as Dire Claw does roll out into the Floette, and we're going to see no statuses come out. Dire Claw comes out in the Whimsicott, and I wonder if we're going to see something like a Dazzling Gleam or maybe just a Moonblast to remove this Sneasler right now, as Whimsicott also gets paralyzed, making it going to be slower in the following turns than the Sneasler. So a very important adaptation there as Sneasler goes down to the Moonblast. Floette staying relatively healthy, having that Sinistra in the back for support could be really, really useful, as I don't think a Moonblast coming out from the Whimsicott is going to be enough with that +1 boost and Floette's naturally high special defense stat. Glamora does hit the field though. Now Glamora is one of those guys that can threaten a knockout on this Floette. That Sneasler is not procced on their Unburden, so it will be faster than both the Floette and the Sneasler. It's going to be interesting to see who Glamora decides to target here. Are you going to predict the Protect on the Floette and go after that Sneasler? Or are you going to just say, hey, I'm not going to let this fucking Floette sit here and attack? We're going to see a switch out coming from Guac into the Sinistcha, getting some HP back. And are we going to see a Protect as well in more of a defensive turn? Or are we going to see some maximum penetration strategies going on right now? Glamora does go ahead and hit the Mega Evolve button, getting that adaptability to their Sludge Bombs and everything else like that. Floette does use the Protect. We're going to find out exactly what Glamora is going to opt to go for here. As a Power Gem, goes into the Sinistcha, does really, really big damage. And a Moonblast follow-up, but it's going to be into the Floette, hoping to get the knockout there with that. Onto this following turn, though. We know that Glamora is faster than the Whimsicott after that paralysis, so it might be hard. You might just want to fire off the Sludge Bomb into the Floette slot so that it gets redirected into the Sinistcha, because I don't think Floette, even at this +1, is going to have enough damage to knock out the Glamora. No shot. But a Dazzling Gleam and a Moonblast might be able to get there at +1. It just depends on the training of this Glamora, but Glamora is pretty specially bulky, so it's going to be interesting to see. 177 HP, it's got a good HP stat, so it'll be really interesting to see how this is going to play out here. Kingambit switches in to take the Sludge Bomb, a really good read. And Moonblast comes out. Maybe, is it going to top off the Sinistcha, or is it not going to be enough? It will top off the Sinistcha. So losing Sinistcha for nothing there, but getting that Kingambit in position to threaten this Glamora just a little bit more, because we know that on the side of Tell here, we know that this Kingambit does have the Iron Head. Pokemon, no. No. No, I just be getting a spoonful, man. I put it on a pita wrap with honey, though. It was chill. Okay, so going into this next turn, we got the Sneasler and the Kingambit facing down. So, Fake Out Pressure is back on the field, guys. But at the same exact time, Whimsicott, let's see, is there any more turns of Tailwind? No turns of Tailwind, so Whimsicott can opt to set up that Tailwind again if it wants to protect through a turn. Let's take a look here at something. Okay, so we know the Floette is modest. We know the Sneasler is naive. So with the naive Sneasler, very interesting naive choice there. But I guess not wanting... I don't know why it's naive, but either way, it's Focus Sash anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Peanut butter on a cheeseburger is pretty good. Cheesy, what? I've never had that. Ironhead does come out into the Whimsicott for the knockout there. So opting to fake out the Glamora, but that Tailwind getting set up again is very important. And we're going to see just who the last Pokemon is on the side of Tell right here. This game's getting very close, but Tell is down to their last two, but does have all 3 turns of Tailwind to efficiently operate on. But how are we going to get rid of this Kingambit? Is this Basculegion trained to live a Sucker Punch? These are all questions that are going to get answered very, very quickly. And we'll look at this Basculegion set. It's actually the Mystic Water adaptability set. So this one might, with that 202 HP, might be trained to live the Sucker Punch with that Chopo Berry. Because Kingambit on the other side doesn't have any boosts or anything that's going to be able to resist that. So we're going to find out right now exactly what is going to come out from both trainers here. I think getting rid of the Kingambit would be very, very important for Tell to try to win this game. It's going to be an Aqua Jet onto the Sneasler. Are we going to see a Sucker Punch, or is it just going to be an Iron Head coming out? It is going to be the Sucker Punch call out, so not confident in living that Sucker Punch. And now Glamora gets to go for a free Earth Power, and I think that's just game. Because now the Floette has to hit the field again, and we can just target... Oh, but the special defense drop! Is Sucker Punch going to be able to knock out the Glamora now? Is Guac going to be able to take game 1? Or is Tell going to be able to bring it home? So, from this situation now, it's really sketchy. The Kingambit's at +2. Basculegion's not locked into Aqua Jet. Do you want to Sucker Punch the Basculegion again and say that, hey, like, I don't think you're going to go for Aqua Jet. You don't really have a good Aqua Jet target. Or are we just going to Sucker Punch this Glamora now? Maybe Glamora or Basculegion protects. What is the optimal play to go for here? That -2 really hurting Tell because it would have already been a 2-shot. But now it's just massively sketchy for little to no reason whatsoever. So it'll be very interesting to see what comes out. But yeah, I'm really excited. I don't know my Glamora calcs at +2 Kingambit if the Sucker Punch will knock out. Let's see. Basculegion goes for the Protect. I think that might be a misplay here because I think I would be targeting down the Glamora if I'm Tell. I also feel like Earth Power should be targeting the Kingambit as it does. No Sucker Punch does come out. Kingambit absolutely wastes the boost away. Yeah, I don't think Aqua Jet would have picked up from there. I think it would have been really close, and now the game is officially over. And Guac is going to lose game 1. Tell is going to take game 1. Let's hop straight into game 2, guys, and see what's popping down there. But a very interesting back and forth game going into our first top cut match here, as Tell is going to take an advantage. And let's hop into it again. Are they back to battling? Or are they in their room yet? This is very tense. That battle ended. Okay, they'll be hopping into a new battle soon. I think they're all queuing up right now. And then once we get into this, guys, are we going to have a 2-0 sweep in our first Top Cut series? Or are we going to see some adaptations made on the side of Guac? Tell had a very constructed game plan into game 1, realizing that Glamora has a ton of pressure on the entire team and being able to just use through that to carve through the team. It looks like they're both ready. They're readying up right now, and then they're going to be ready to battle in just a second here. Who is going to be our second King VGC tournament winner? Stick around with the subscribe, find out, and join our Discord if you haven't already, as Tell is now getting ready to battle. Maybe preparing, having to bust one out. When in doubt, bust one out. They're probably figuring out what they got to do. You guys don't have to report the wins. You will be all fine, guys. Okay, but they're in team preview now, getting ready for their second battle. So let's see what partakes in this one. This is the real deal tournament, guys. We got to stay locked in for it. Got to stay locked in for it. So, hell yeah. And also, make sure if you want to be in the tournament in the future, we post all the announcements in our Discord. It's linked in the chat. So, make sure to hop in that if you haven't already. And, yeah, guys, I'm really excited to see what is going to pop down here and just how much we're going to be able to get done. I'm really interested to see if there's going to be any adaptations. Are we going to lean into that Charizard X game plan? Or are we going to say no? I think Floette was the right move there. Floette did put on a ton of pressure, especially early in the game. Let's look at some of these teams again. See, I think with the Dragon Dance, it could be a way of boosting up early before the Glamora hits the field. But maybe the Glamora hits the field right away this time. We really shall see. And that Kingambit really wasting that +2 boost and not going for that Sucker Punch, because I felt like either way, it's either going to be a Wave Crash or an Earth Power going into that slot, and you would need 2 Aqua Jets. So it was a little bit of a funky situation. I understand why it didn't come out, obviously reading into one of the other ones, but at the same exact time, very, very tense first match. We're going to see a run back with that Floette and Sneasler lead coming out again, going into this Glamora and Whimsicott. So now we still have the fake out pressure turn 1, but now Glamora's on the field. A little bit of an adaptation from Tell, saying, no, I don't want you to get all that momentum right from the jump. I want to stick around, do the best that I can to just be here and in the moment, and we shall see how this kind of comes in the future, but have to lock in from both sides here and really think about who's going to be getting faked out. Is it worth losing your Whimsicott? As we saw, Tailwind was so important last game. Whimsicott does not have Protect, so it could just be something like a Dire Claw. Could just be a fake out Moonblast straight into the Whimsicott. But what if this Glamora just stays in attacks? Looks like we're going to see a switch out, more of a defensive play here. Now we're going to see if a Moonblast is going to be coming out from this Floette. Floette is faster than this Glamora. Astrum, how you doing today, man? Hopefully everything is staying up with you. Floette has his fairy aura up. Glamora is slower, but will be Mega Evolving now. We shall see how the speeds play out after Mega Evolution, but pre-Mega Evolution, Floette is faster. And then, let's see. We know this Glamora is modest. Floette's going to go ahead and go for a Protect. We're going to see if is it going to be a Coaching coming out, or is it going to be... It's just going to be a Protect and Fake Out. Going into the Basket Legion. As Earth Power targeted into the Sneasler. Huge read turn 1, as now Aqua Jet Pressure is active. Yeah, now we have Aqua Jet plus Sludge Bomb. Now, are you going to want to switch into that King Gambit? Do you read that if you're Tell and go for an Earth Power into this Floette slot? How do you, like, protect your Sneasler? Maybe you want to get the King Gambit in on that slot and not lose it for nothing, but then you give up that Unburden boost and all you really have later is Fake Out. So it'll be really interesting to see how both players combat this direct issue and how they're going to approach that in the future. No worries, Astrum. Dude, keep working on your team, and we'll have these like bi-weekly or every other couple weeks. And it'll always be in a Discord so that the information can get to y'all, and then we can have the best tournaments possible, guys. But, yeah, I was not prepared to get the open team sheet stuff, but I'm happy that we've gotten all figured out, and it looks like we're doing good. Sinistra does hit the field. Aqua Jet comes out into that slot. So really good Aqua Jet soak switch. But are we going to see this Sludge Bomb coming out? Floette does go for that Dazzling Gleam just to get some chip down on Glamora. Maybe making it easier to knock out later. But we're going to see a big Sludge Bomb come into the Floette for the knockout. And just like that, the biggest damage dealer on Guac's team has been eliminated. I do not believe that crit mattered with the adaptability boost in Glamora's Sky High special attacking stat. I think it would have knocked out regardless. But it should be really interesting here to see what pops down. Sneasler is going to come back and hit the field. We have the Basket Legion and the Sinistra going up against... I mean, the Basket Legion and the Glamora going up against that Sinistra and that Sneasler. Glamora still is here to give all the back shots in the world. But at the same exact time, now you got to worry about Basket Legion again. Are you going to want to go for that Rage Powder and have no attack coming out from Sinistra, losing that momentum turn by turn as you get hit with Sludge Bomb and everything else? Because you could really accurately just go for that Earth Power into that slot and that Sludge Bomb. Well, or you could also Spiky Shield, do the Fake Out, and say that, no, you're not going to get a Fake Out plus Matcha Gotcha off. I'm going to knock out your Sneasler with this Aqua Jet. And if you do go for Matcha Gotcha, I think that I'm going to live that anyway. Sneasler's actually going to get knocked out to the Spiky Shield. And Aqua Jet comes out to do a little bit more chip to Sinistra, which could be important given that Sludge Bomb damage that we saw come out last game, guys. Basket Legion actually avoiding the Matcha Gotcha 2, and everything is going wrong for Guac right now, as Tell's Mega Glamora team is seeming to be a huge issue to deal with right now. King Gambit hitting the field is good. Now, we know this Basket Legion on the side of Tell is the Mystic Water set, so it can change its moves. So it can go for something like a Wave Crash, but it's actually going to opt to switch out here in response of the Sneasler, something that soaks up both not only the Sucker Punch, but the, what does the other King Gambit have? The Iron Head as well. It can take at least one of those. Sludge Bomb does come out into the Sinistra, barely misses the knockout, and Iron Head finally does come out and knock out this Glamora. But if we can see the Basket Legion hit the field again, what stops an Aqua Jet plus a close combat into this King Gambit? Even with the Chople Berry, it will be an Aqua Jet range the next turn. So you have to really pick and choose how you want to approach this situation. But I think Tell has everything that they need. Actually opting to go into the Whimsicott, maybe understanding the speed order a little bit more. Obviously, you don't want to fire off a Moonblast into this King Gambit. You'd like to avoid the idea of getting a special attack drop. And then, yeah. Guac is fine, though. They're cool. Yo. Really well played game here from both people. A good tournament coming out from Guac, but it looks like it might just fall short of getting that first dub. Moonblast is faster than the Sneasler. We're going to see the Moonblast into the Sinistra for the knockout, and I would be very surprised not to see a close combat come out and bring this King Gambit very, very low. With the Focus Sash still intact on the Whimsicott, I'm not sure I'm seeing the way through this damage. Let's see how much this damage this does. It does put it in Aqua Jet range. It also puts it in Moonblast range. And I think with that being said, guys, I think that is GG no matter what King Gambit can do here. It can only target one person at a time. And with 3 people, it's looking like our first top cut match is going to be going to Tell. Drop a W in the chat for Tell. Really well played masterclass on dealing with a Floette bound squad. Couldn't really lean into that Charizard mode either because of the threat of that Glamora. So very good match coming out from Tell. Really cool to see the Glamora getting, you know, so much like in there. It was actually lit. Let's go ahead and hop in with Saiku and Cody. Looks like Cody actually took it 2-0. Let's look at Sage and Dabrowski. Okay, so it looks like they're communicating here. Let's go into room 1-1. One one 1 8 7 8 3 0. That was a great set, though. That was a great first top cut set. Let's see what Dabrowski is. We're not sure. They didn't update their thing, so we're not sure which game this is. It has to be at least game 2 right now. They're mid battle. Let's look at some of the teams coming out from both sides here. Yeah, we saw a lot of really like cool teams come out, and it's really cool to see Glamora shine against something more popular like that Floette. This guy, Sage has the Como, Azumarill, Kangaskhan team that we saw earlier on stream. And then we see a little bit of a hard Trick Room variant with this Blastoise. Let's look at some battle info. No Trick Room is up currently. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays down and just how this match finishes up today. So let's get it popping. And yo, looks like the Kangaskhan might be at 1 HP potentially, or somebody in the back, but I would say in this position with Trick Room not up, it's just a little bit weird for both trainers. Aqua Jet comes out onto the King Gambit for the knockout, and we're going to see just who this Kangaskhan decides to target right now. Sage could be putting himself in a position, but the last resort from the Kangaskhan, that last resort set, looks like the Kangaskhan being burnt though isn't going to be able to pick up a knockout there. And with King Gambit as the last squad member and no boost, it might be very difficult to get around this Como here. We have to see how the speeds do the things. Itachi, you would join in through the Discord, but the tournament's already going on. We're in a top cut now, so it's pretty much over. Aqua Jet comes out through the Kangaskhan. And the King Gambit's actually, it just didn't load. It's actually already knocked out. And with Kangaskhan being slower, Sage is going to take game 2. We'll have to see just how game 1 went. Because I'm not sure what the score is currently. It looks like, yeah, Sage is going to win that. And then let's see. Looks like Sage did inform him of his changes on the team. Okay, I wonder if this is game 2 or game 3. Anybody can join it. We had 31 people at the end of registration, so it was pretty good. Okay, yeah, so we're going to be going into game 3 here with Dabrowski and Sage. So let's find out and see how that's going to pop down. They're getting ready for this. Now let's see how the other matches ended up panning down. Looks like Bunny and Kosei are still battling it out right now. Looks like Cody beat Saiku to move into top cut. And we're just going to be deciding the opponents for Tell and Cody because they're on opposite sides of the bracket. So let's go ahead and hop into game 3. Currently 1-1. Let's go over these teams just a little bit more. Let's definitely pull up Dabrowski's team here. Did he ever give a paste? There's the paste. Okay. So it was Mega Blastoise with the Water Spout, Dark Pulse, Aura Sphere, and Fake Out. We have the Trick Room Farigiraf with the Helping Hand. We have Kangaskhan with Fake Out and Last Resort. Torkoal with Eruption, Weather Ball, and Solar Beam. Sylveon with Mystical Fire and Calm Mind, alongside the Hyper Voice and Detect. And then King Gambit with the Iron Head and the Focus Sash. So a very, very good, interesting squad. Definitely more of a hard Trick Room based strategy. And we have Sage on more of a balanced squad with his Kangaskhan. Let's go ahead and pull up his team sheet as well, just to make sure we have all accurate information here. Sage's Paste, seed number 2. He's got the Mega Kangaskhan. He does not have Mega Glamora, as we saw in our last thing, but joining the tournament. But the next one we will hit 50, Itachi. I believe in it. But yeah, so we got a Last Resort Kangaskhan going up against a Mega Kangaskhan here. So it'll be really interesting to see how this shakes down. Let's just see how it plays out turn 1. Definitely on the side of Dabrowski, wanting to get that Trick Room set up, where Sage is more having that balanced squad where it doesn't need the Trick Room to operate. It doesn't have Trick Room on Sinister either. So opting in for more of a Tailwind strategy, but having a slow Mon and the Azumarill in case that Trick Room does get set up, and saying that, hey, it's here right now. Do you really want to set up your Azumarill in front of my guys? Because I could always just do my thing with mine. So it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out. Kangaskhan will be going for the fake out onto the opposing Kangaskhan. With that Farigiraf, you can't really do much else. Liquidation is going to come out on the Kangaskhan. And then Trick Room is going to get set up in this game. So let's see how we're going to be able to do it. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So Trick Room's set up now. Kangaskhan can finally go for an attack. No fake out pressure, but last resort pressure coming out from the Kangaskhan now. Azumarill puts down big pressure and is likely going to be faster than the Kangaskhan on the next round. And let's see exactly what's going to pop down here. Torkoal is going to hit the field, reducing the damage coming out from that Azumarill. Maybe hoping that Liquidation isn't going to knock out now, and it's not with the huge power. So, Last Resort will come out onto this Kangaskhan. Let's see just how much it does. It's not quite a knockout. Very bulky Kangaskhan on the side of Sage as Double Edge comes out. And looks like we're going to trade Kangaskhan. No. Well, no, you don't have to. Y'all can start. No, let's just wait for this to go, and then we'll get into that round, and then we can start it. Either way should be good. No worries, Cody. Tell your dog I said hello. But yeah, okay, going in to this next turn here, Azumarill was able to get the Kangaskhan down into range to where the Double Edge was going to be able to knock out. Kangaskhan sticks around with 15 HP, which could be useful later after Trick Room. But, do y'all both want to play, Bunny? If you both want to play, you could go ahead and start playing. But no pressure on either of y'all. There's no rush there. You could wait until the end of this round, or you could start playing. It's fine either way. As long as y'all have access to each other's team sheets and you can communicate in that bracket. But yeah, if y'all got stuff to do later, I mean, we'll have to wait for the other top 4 match to play out. But if you guys want to get started, feel free. Kangaskhan is going to switch out, preserving that for later as Como actually does hit the field. It's going to be a very good sponge into this Torkoal, but it looks like Torkoal is going to be going for the Solar Beam, wanting to get the knockout onto this Azumarill this turn. So it'll be very interesting to see that come out, but it's not going to be quite enough. Liquidation comes out, and it's going to take the Torkoal down low. Okay, and then Como gets hit by the Psychic, but it looks like the Psychic lives. That's cool with me waiting. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's all good. I mean, it's just like if you're in a rush, I mean, that's just kind of like how it goes. Like, if you want to get it played, that's cool. If you want to wait a little bit, this round shouldn't take a terrible amount of time. They both offensive squads going out here. So we'll have to see how that pops down itself. But Yeah, we have this Torkoal and this Farigiraf going into this Como in a Azumarill here. Now, Trick Room is still set up. Looks like we have just 2 more turns of Trick Room. So maybe some defensive play coming out from Sage. Torkoal is actually going to be the one to opt for a Protect. Not wanting to get liquidated right now as Azumarill protects. Maybe predicting that little chip-off play there. Well, Como also protects just to stall out Trick Room a little bit more. Yeah, Bunny, that's kind of like what I was thinking. Psychic does go into the Azumarill, so double protect coming out gives Como a little bit more leftovers recovery and maybe some switch potential going in here. With no damage on the Farigiraf though, another Trick Room setup does seem likely if Torkoal can take a knockout here and limit the amount of damage coming in this next turn. But who's Dabrowski's last Pokemon? That's what it's really going to come down to here, guys. So they have to make sure that they're locking in and doing the right things. Torkoal can threaten the Azumarill with Solar Beam. Farigiraf threatens the Como with Psychic. I don't know if you have a switch in for that unless you have something like that Sinistcha in the back. But you got to be really careful around a Torkoal because what if a Heat Wave comes out and it just absolutely blitzes you from the jump? So you got to be really, really careful about that. Azumarill is going to go ahead and switch out for that Sinistcha. So let's see here. Is it going to be a Heat Wave coming out, or is it going to be something else? Como is going to take that Hospitality. It will be the Solar Beam, so no call out on the switch. Not knowing that Sinistcha was in the back makes a lot of sense. Sinistcha's going to eat that up very well. And going into this next turn, now you have a little bit of pressure. But is this Psychic going to be enough to knock out Como? It will be. Very important knockout there, as one of those defensive corner pieces to help through the Trick Room strategy is now disallowed. The Twisted Dimensions are going to return to normal. And let's look, does this Torkoal have Heat Wave? No, it just has Eruption, but it also has Weather Ball, which could have absolutely murked the Sinistcha as Kangaskhan hits the field again. But with Kangaskhan on 15 HP, it has to be very careful about going for its double edges because it will knock itself out. Maybe you opt to go for a Drain Punch in a Matcha Gotcha to hopefully knock out the Torkoal. But at the same exact time, is that going to be enough? And what is in the back if Trick Room gets set up? Is it going to be the Mega Blastoise? Is it going to be the Sylveon? Either way, I don't know if you have enough damage to get through it. If it is the Sylveon, I might like to see a Sylveon switch here so that you can get that Sun back up and limit what the Azumarill can do later. It's going to be a Torkoal Protect though. Double Edge is going to come out into the Giraffe. And if we see a... Let's see... I mean, the Sinistcha can't go for a Life Dew. We could have also seen a Drain Punch Life Dew play, but that would have been very risky as well. Life Dew does come out to heal back up the Sinistcha, but not going to get that healing on whatever else is in there. Trick Room does get set up again. Now, Weather Ball is a threat, but it looks like the Sun is going to expire this turn. And with the Sun expiring... Now, Torkoal does not really have access to Weather Ball. It doesn't want to use Eruption. It can't use Solar Beam. It's kind of very flat-footed. And with the Azumarill hitting the field again, I don't see a problem with going for a Play Rough into the Torkoal slot, because what is it going to do, guys? Eruption shouldn't knock out Azumarill, and you can continually Life Dew with Sinistcha. You could protect Azumarill and Life Dew as well this turn and get some HP back and live Psychic. But yeah, not getting damage on this Farigiraf makes it very, very difficult for Dabrowski. So we're going to find out. Eruption is just going to come out raw, no sunlight, and it's going to do good damage to Sinistcha. But is it going to be enough? The Azumarill, let's see how fast it is. Liquidation is going to come out into the Farigiraf. Is it going to be enough? It is. Oh my gosh, this is actually going to get really, with a critical hit. With a critical hit, I don't know if that would have got the knockout without it. It really depends on the training of the Farigiraf. So with that, guys, I think now the game flips back, and I'm going to give the advantage over to Sage again. Because now you do have Aqua Jet on it. But this King Gambit coming in makes it also difficult. No Colbert Berry on the Sinistcha, just the Citrus Berry. So it should be in range of a Kowtow Cleave. At the same exact time, Torkoal is likely not in range of an Aqua Jet, so you should be able to get another Eruption off. I think what's really going to come down to is, do you have damage to get rid of this King Gambit before it just takes out everything else with that pressure from Eruption as well, or not? That's what it's really going to come down to here. This could be either of these trainers' final fight today, and one of them will be moving on into our top 4, and then the other one will be going home. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. this is a roller coaster. Torkoal's going to protect itself. It really just comes down to what happens right here, right now. Azumarill protects itself. Who is the Kingambit going for? Oh my god. Sinistcha also protects himself. Okay, so trying to stall out this Trick Room. What's going to happen here? Kingambit was going for the Iron Head on the Azumarill. So if we saw a Life Dew, now it would have got absolutely insane. It is true. Aqua Jet would lower Eruption's damage at least. But is it going to be enough for the knockout? And more importantly than that, is Iron Head going to knock out Azumarill? That's the question I have. Azumarills are typically trained to be very bulky. Usually max HP, some defense investment, and then mostly an attack. So it's going to be interesting to see if it's going to be enough or if it's not enough. We had 30 players in this tournament, but it wasn't enough. Rage Powder is going to be coming out from Sinistcha. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Kowtow Cleave come out right now. But we're going to find out. As Aqua Jet does come into the Torkoal, and it doesn't pick up the knockout. So it's another turn that's going to be needed. As Eruption's going to come out, this is going to do 1 damage. Literally 1 damage. Without the Sun, and at 3 HP. So it's going to be like a 1 base power move. And then we have Iron Head coming out. But no Kowtow is very surprising to me. As now the Sinistcha just needs a Citrus Berry. I want to see... I really would like to see a Life Dew come out on the side of the Azumarill. I think you start ignoring this Torkoal now. This Torkoal doesn't exist. Go for damage on the Kingambit is what I'm thinking. What is... Torkoal can't really do... I mean, you have to go for Weather Ball at this point. It's a 50 base power normal type move. It's going to do the most damage. But you want 2 Eruption for the Sinistcha because now you're at 3 HP, so you can kind of just... ignore it. Azumarill is going to protect this turn. Are we going to see the Life Dew? We should see a Kowtow Cleave come out here. And Sinistcha protects as well. Yo, this is a crazy matchup. We do see the Weather Ball finally come out from the Torkoal. And then the Kowtow Cleave into the Sinistcha. Okay, so I think he's finally identifying his best line. Probably not assuming that Trick Room was going to go out. I also want to see a Matcha Gotcha. I want to see a Matcha Gotcha and maybe... Given the situation, I think you just have to hope that you live the Iron Head with the Azumarill. And you have to start going for liquidations on the Kingambit and hoping not to get the drop. As Life Dew is going to come out with Trick Room ending, healing up this Azumarill and the Sinistcha. And we're going to see if we're going to live the Kowtow Cleave on the Sinistcha, but it's not going to do half, which makes it even trickier. As Kowtow finally does come out into the Sinistcha, and it's not enough for the knockout. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is going to be really close, guys. Weather Ball. Gonna go into this Azumarill. Probably do like 20 damage or so. Yeah. Okay. Sucker Punch does threaten the Teapot, but are you going to go for the Sucker Punch? That's the true question, guys. That's the true question. Are you going to go for that Sucker Punch? I doubt it. I think now is where you rip the Matcha Gotcha and you go for that liquidation. And then you have Aqua Jet next turn. And if he Sucker Punches, you have Aqua Jet next turn, you win anyway. Maybe it's tricky. Like, there's the Matcha Gotcha. It comes out. Is liquidation going to be enough? And is Iron Head going to be enough onto the Kingambit? This is what it comes down to right here. Oh, the burn. Oh, the burn is huge. And that, my friends, is going to be the tournament. The burn is absolutely crazy. Let's see if liquidation would have knocked out anyway. It does. So the burn did not matter. Shout out to Sage. Dubowski, you played. That was a great game. Let's hop in to our top 4, guys. Really well played by both of y'all. Just a few more matches left today. Bunny, y'all could go ahead and start. And then the other top 4, y'all could also go ahead and get it going. So, Dubowski... Yeah, very good game coming out from both of y'all. And then y'all make sure to put who won and who lost. And then we're going to go ahead and stream. It looks like our number 1 seed got knocked out 2-0 by Bunny's Bunny team. And Sage is moving on to face Cody in Top Cut. So make sure to go ahead and hop in there. Report your wins, guys. And let's get it going. Um, hell yeah. Yo, what's good, Jada? Yeah, and let's try to get to 5,000 subscribers before July 4th, guys. That's our current goal. Um, we're working on it. In Sage, yeah, that was an incredibly close match. Um, yeah, let's get it going. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Sage. Okay, looks like they're putting it in right now. Great, guys. Um, and yeah, let's go ahead and stream Bunny and Tell's match here. So we're gonna hop into this. Let's see the battle code. Oh, they haven't got it yet. But yeah, we're ready now for the battle. So as soon as y'all are ready, let's go ahead and get it going, guys. I'm excited to see who's gonna be the next grand champion. No, Jada, for real. 5K before July 4th. That's the goal. It's an ambitious goal, but you got to set ambitious goals in your life, or you're never going to succeed at any of them if you never set one. Tell. You want Tell to win Driftless ASMR? You gave me my first L of the day. I have to hop on. Hey, have a great rest of your day, Driftless. Oh, they could join in the same room. Let's just keep it separate. Yeah, we're doing our top 4 right now, and then we'll have our top 2, and then that will be the end of the stream, guys. So it'll be really cool. Top 4 is happening right now. They're getting in their game rooms. Looks like we got the ID here, so it's going to be 5265. It's crazy to me that Bunny has taken his Bunny team, like about to take the Pittsburgh Pirates to the finals right now. Because through all the actual, the most legitimate teams that we saw today, our top cut team here from Bunny, we have a fucking Lopunny, a Choice Scarf Diggersby, a Citrus Berry Azumarill, a Mega Adino, a Zoroark, and a Tinkaton. And then Tell's team that we saw on one of our last games has that Dragonite, Sneasler, Kingambit, Mystic Water Basculegion, Mega Glamora, and Whimsicott. Leads have come out already. Entame, this is our, just our channel tournament we do, bi-weekly. We had 30 plus players into this one, so it's a good one. And this is our first open team sheet ones. Fake Out comes out into that Tinkaton. As Mega Adino hits the field, his Iron Head's also going to come out. Iron Head only is going to do about half damage to Adino, very surprisingly, and then a Trick Room is going to get set up. Dawalski, I don't say your name right anytime, but thanks for tuning in, and really good tournament, man. That was exciting. You played great, and have a great rest of your day, man. So it looks like here we got the Trick Room set up, but what are we gonna do with that Trick Room? We're trying to get this Azumarill in. How are we gonna deal with this Kingambit pressure coming from Tell? Let me just make sure of something, that our tournament's set up right. Okay, and good luck to Cody and Sage on the other side. If this one finishes up early, I'll be on stream again. Here we got the Draining Kiss coming into the Kingambit just for a little bit of chip damage, trying to live that Iron Head again, or maybe a Dire Claw coming out later. Iron Head comes out, does not live with the Draining Kiss, so just not enough damage. Really cool to see the Audino, but I'm wondering if he led into this Audino strategy all along, as Gigaton Hammer goes into the Protect on the Sneasler. So really good play from Tell so far to position himself where he's really cucking the Trick Room setup, really not allowing for a lot of damage to come out on each side. And if you're new to this stream, all of our tournament info is in our Discord, so make sure to hop in that. Stick around with the sub. We do Pokemon Champions reports every day. And every day except today, because it's Tournament Sunday, so we don't do videos today. But we had a nice long tournament. We're getting cooking, and everything is all good in the hood. Sneasler's going to go ahead and withdraw here, not wanting to be on during the Trick Room. And we're going to go ahead and see what this Kingambit. Kingambit's also going to play defensively, just trying to stall out this Trick Room here. And, okay. So Tinkaton here doesn't really have too much to do. If we look at the Tinkaton on the side of Bunny, he has the Play Rough and he has Encore, but at the same time, his Gigaton Hammer is loaded up, but he doesn't want to hit either of these guys. So really awkward positioning. Now, Azumarill can put down a lot of pressure as BMO is mogging on the competition with those membership emojis. Thanks, BMO, again, for being a member. And Haven, yeah, dude, I can't believe Bunny made it this far. As the Azumarill goes for the fucking knockoff and just knocks the Basculegion out of the game completely. So, actually, I misread. I didn't see the knockoff, but that makes a ton of sense now as Ironhead loads out into this Azumarill for over half damage, which is pretty important, but that Citrus Berry does get procced, staying very healthy as Play Rough comes out. Are we going to see an attack drop? That would be devastating. No attack drop, luckily for Bunny here. So getting some good chip damage. Maybe putting it in range of a liquidation plus another. But yeah, we shall see here. As Basculegion's gone, Dragonite does hit the field here. So both of these Pokemon on Tail's side are threatened by a knockout. I think there's only one turn of Trick Room left. We can check. Yep, one turn of Trick Room left. So having to manage that very wisely. But it's really cool in Pokemon Champions how we can't see one player's moves or another. I think it makes like hosting a tournament a lot better. But this tournament was definitely a learning process for me with the open team sheet. But I think we did a great job at navigating through that. Tinkaton is going to go ahead and switch out here for that Zoroark in the back. Nobody to elude as, but with the Zoroark, trying to plan for the Mega, the no Trick Room going into next turn. Trying to get somebody fast on the field. If we look at the Zoroark spread, we have Will-O-Wisp, Icy Wind, Snarl, and Bitter Malice. So the only move that you could use into this King Gambit is going to be that Will-O-Wisp. Otherwise, you're going to give it a big boost to its attack stat. Black Glasses get knocked off here as Ironhead does plop down into this Azumarill. Maybe assuming a switch out. I would have really liked to see a liquidation there. I understand it, but it is very sketchy. Because now Azumarill's really low. You don't have the threat of another Trick Room. And I'm wondering how you have the damage to get through this Mega Dragonite once Azumarill does fall. And as we know on the other side, the Dragonite does have that Thunderbolt, threatening down that Azumarill. It also has Dragon Pulse to chip the Zoroark down very low and bring it to its Focus Sash, or by the Focus Sash at least. It'd definitely be a two-shot. Zoroark does not have very good defenses. So we're going to find out just exactly how this is going to go. Azumarill is going to be going for a Protect here. And yeah, we're going to have the Icy Wind come out for the Dragonite. It's going to lower the Dragonite's speed, but at the same time, you're giving King Gambit a huge boost. And I don't know if that's exactly what you want in this situation right now, as Thunderbolt comes out from the Dragonite into the Azumarill. Kowtow is going to come out into the Zoroark, bring it all the way down to its Focus Sash. Now you have Sucker Punch pressure next turn. You could also just choose to go for another Kowtow. I'm not sure if at -2 this Dragonite is going to be still be faster than this Azumarill. I think that's going to be a thing to watch out for here. But it's just something we're going to have to see with time. And yeah, it's getting down to it though. This is our Final 4 match. Thanks for tuning in to this entire stream, guys. Final 2 is going to be absolutely lit. We're going to be crowning our next grand champion in our Discord. So be aware of that. It's going to be very, very cool. And yeah, let's just keep it popping here. Zoomerill's going to go ahead and switch out for Tinkaton. Tinkaton's going to hit the field here, and Mold Breaker is going to activate. Will-O-Wisp does come out into the King Gambit now, but it might be too little too late because you're not really neutering anything. You're just bringing King Gambit back down to where it was the last turn. And it's still going to be able to fire out big damage because it didn't go for anything like a Sucker Punch. As Thunderbolt's going to come and chip this Tinkaton down for almost half of its HP. And Kowtow Cleave does rip off into the Zoroark to eliminate that finally. So very, very cool. Yeah, let's see what else pops down here at the end of game 1. Tinkaton and Azumarill versus King Gambit, Dragonite, and Sneasler. I'm going to say that I think Tell is going to take this first game here, but we shall see, guys. We shall see. On the other side of the bracket, looks like they're still duking it out over there. Bet. Okay, cool. They all discussed their stuff. And they're playing right now. Okay, so coming into this next turn, we do have fake out pressure onto the King Gambit, but I'm really wondering how we're going to get rid of this Dragonite now. It also has Flame, Heat Wave, so it could Heat Wave here to take out the Tinkaton. If Thunderbolt did that much damage, I'm going to assume that Heat Wave would as well. King Gambit doesn't look like it seems to... Oh, King Gambit's also going to protect through the fake out. It's going to take that burn chip, but otherwise, very passive turn here. Just trying to stall out that fake out pressure and make sure nothing goofy happens. King Gambit gets chipped down by its burn. Azumarill and Tinkaton facing down as King Gambit and Dragonite. I think it's a very simple Thunderbolt into the Azumarill slot here. Or Heat Wave. I think either works. You could Heat Wave and Sucker Punch Azumarill, or you can Thunderbolt and Iron Head the Azumarill. I think either are fine plays, but Play Rough actually comes out. It's actually going to be faster after that speed drop. I actually totally forgot about that. So maybe a little bit closer. As Dragonite does fire off that Heat Wave, it's not going to pick up the knockout on a Tinkaton either. This could actually get pretty close. Play Rough comes out, but misses the King Gambit. Huge miss there. I'm not sure if it would have KO'd otherwise, but definitely a huge momentum swing, as now Sucker Punch can come out in the Tinkaton. And it's over. Yeah, I think it is over because of that. I think because that +2, the Sucker Punch should still knock out. It should do just about that much damage. And Sneasler in the back being alive as well is also very difficult for Tinkaton to handle. So it looks like game 1 here is going to go to Bunny. Let me... I want to get something. Oh, wait. I'm going to take this text so that people know what's popping down here. Okay, cool. I know that looks jank as fuck, but either way, guys, you get the point. Tell wins game 1. A little bit of a slow end game there, but at the end of the day, that's kind of what happens. They're going to be hopping into game 2 here in just a second. I'm going to go quickly to the bathroom because our finals is going to be right after that. And I don't want to miss that at all. But I have the top 4 here for if anybody joins. They're hopping right back into another battle. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to watch that. And we'll see who's going to take the dub, who's going to be doing the railing, who's going to be getting railed. And our finals is coming up very shortly here. But having won that game 1 very, very convincingly there. Got a little bit close at the end, but the Sneasler still being alive in the back was a little bit, like some safety net from Tell's side. But a really well played match there. And we'll just have to see what pops down. They're getting ready for their second battle. Looks like they're hopping in right now. Let's go ahead and hop in and spectate them while they do that. And yeah, I'll be back in like 2 seconds to be back. I just have to pee so that we're locked in for the finals. This is top 4, guys. Drop a sub if you're new. Join in our Discord if you want to be in tournaments in the future, or you need team building help or friends. It's all good like that. It's the longest stream I've ever done, so bear with me, guys. And yeah, let's have a good top 4 here. Let me put my face cam away for just a second while I'm gone, and I'll be back. 2 seconds. Okay. So it looks like we're in our top 4 right now. Strings. What's good, dog? Let's see what's popping down here. So it looks like nobody's been knocked out yet. We got the Dragonite and the Sneasler going out. I wonder if this is turn 1 here, or if we had a turn before this. But going into that Diggersby and Mega Lopunny. So it looks like we did have a turn before this, unless the Lopunny had just evolved. Mega Kick comes out into that Dragonite, does land. And High Horsepower goes out into the Sneasler. Just going to pick up a raw knockout turn 1. So Diggersby honestly putting in a lot of work here. And then let's see what Dragonite's going to go for. It's just going to up for a Heat Wave turn 1 to get some spread damage down. Maybe a burn. No burn's going to come out this turn. But Basculegion is going to hit the field now and threaten the knockout on both of these guys. Let's see this Basculegion spread again. Make sure it's not Choice Scarf as well. It's actually the Mystic Water set. I still think an Aqua Jet might pick up this Diggersby here, so it might be very, very close to see if that's going to be able to pick up. But we shall see. We shall see. So in the top 4 here, let's find out. We have pressure. So the Dragonite also pressures the Lopunny down. I believe a Dragon Pulse would knock out, but I also think a Mega Kick might knock out the Dragonite if he's not careful. Mega Kick does go into that Dragonite, and the Diggersby is going to go for that high horsepower damage into the Basculegion, doing a ton of raw damage. And we're going to see that Wave Crash pop out into the Lopunny, getting rid of that threat immediately. Lightning, top 4. Let's look. We got Bunny versus Tell, and then Sage versus Cody. It looks like Cody won game 1, Tell won game 1. We're in game 2 right now of top 4. Tinkaton is on the field. It has arrived. Tinkaton threatens with Fake Out. Diggersby can obviously high horsepower, but Aqua Jet could come out and go right into that Diggersby. Not really a way of stopping an Aqua Jet coming out, but also not really a way of knowing how this Diggersby is trained. And Diggersby, not a very common Pokemon that we see, but we've been seeing it shred Charizard Y all day. Some of the most meta picks did not make the top cut today. King Gambit's going to be switching in, eating up this Fake Out, so that Dragonite isn't under pressure. Now we're going to see an Aqua Jet do come out into the Diggersby for the knockout. So Bunny, just like that, down to their last 2 Pokemon in this top 4 match, we might see Tell taking it home, as the only Sneasler has been knocked out. Zoroark hits the field now, and Zoroark, as we know, does not have a good matchup into King Gambit. So one foul swoop from this Basculegion. It could also be very difficult to get rid of this Tinkaton. You might just want to take an Aqua Jet and Iron Head damage into that. But at the same time, with Dragonite's multi-scale being broken, Icy Wind is threatening. So maybe you do want to break the sash and go for the knockout on the Zoroark first and say that Dragonite's could be faster than Tinkaton, get that Heat Wave off, and end the game that way. But it's going to be very close to see what pops down here, guys. So let's find out. There's only one way to find out. Yeah, let's see. So what I'm thinking is it's going to be the Will-O-Wisp. No Sucker Punch coming out, nothing like that. King Gambit's just going to accept the fact that it's going to get burned. We're also not going to see an attack going out into that Basculegion slot. No Aqua Jet coming out. Gigaton Hammer going into this Basculegion for the knockout. Actually, this gets really close now. Because now we know that this Tinkaton is built very, very fast. We could be going to a game 3 if we can knock out this Dragonite. Dragonite's going to be the next guy that we really need to get a knockout off, as Zoroark gets its Focus Sash broken, bringing it down to Sash. And Will-O-Wisp doesn't really provide a lot of pressure, and without Protect on the Zoroark, we might see... do you go for the Dragonite, or what do we go for here? And does Tinkaton knock out Dragonite with that... Play rough. I think that's really what it comes down to, because I think you have to pressure down this Tinkaton. You could also go for a Iron Head on Tinkaton to get some chip damage down, so that Heat Wave might be a little bit closer on a knockout. I think that's probably the best path towards victory. But Sucker Punch does come out into the Tinkaton. Very interesting move. I think you could have went for Iron Head there, but it just depends. As Will-O-Wisp, so calling out no attack
from the Dragonite could be absolutely huge here. Will-O-Wisp does land into this Dragonite, and let's see where the Tinkaton opts to go for. It's going to be the Play Rough, going to be into the Dragonite. It does hit. It doesn't knock out. Is Heat Wave going to land? I think that's what it really comes down to here. It does land. It's going to knock out the Zoroark and bring the Tinkaton into Iron Head range, and it looks like Tell is going to be winning and moving on to our finals. Bunny, really, really cool squad, but I don't know if there's much you could do here. With threat of Iron Head, it gets very, very tricky, and I don't know exactly how you get through this King Gambit, even though it's burned, even though it's going to be taking some chip, and even though the Tinkaton does have the leftovers. I'm not sure. I mean, we could see a Thunderbolt come out from Dragonite here, and we could see an Iron Head coming from the side of that. We're going to see the Play Rough, though, and we're going to see an Iron Head, it looks like. Maybe even just a Kowtow Cleave. Probably, preferably an Iron Head. And that's going to wrap up the game, guys. Even burned, the King Gambit is going to have enough damage in the Tinkaton, but Bunny, great team, but Tell just wasn't letting it happen. And Tell, as we saw in our top 8, Tell is also going to be moving into our finals. So congratulations to Tell. That was a super, super cool match. Let's hop over into Sage and Cody and see what's popping down here. Looks like they should be in game 2 right now. Really good set, guys, from y'all. And yeah, this is going to be pretty lit. Let's go. Let's find the code here. So it's going to be 92 82 6540. Yeah, Bunny. No, I totally feel it, bro. You played it. You played it right. I mean, I would have thought that Sucker Punch was going out into that Zoroark 100% of the time, but it just wasn't meant to be. It just wasn't meant to be. So let's see here. Game 2 is currently going on between Cody and Sage. Let's pull up some team sheets here. Let's see what's popping down here. We have that Kangaskhan team that we had rocking down with last time. Oh no. Champions is going crazy. But Bunny, great tournament though. Great tournament. Making all the way to top 4 with that team is crazy work. Hell yeah, that was awesome. That was literally awesome. Let's try to hop into this match with Cody and Sage though and see what's just popping down. Cody is down their Floette. Incineroar's Poison, Rotom's on the field. And it looks like Sage on the other side has their Talonflame and Azumarill left, and that's about it. Brave Bird does go into the Sneasler's Protect, and it should be very interesting. His Liquidation rocks down into the Sneasler as well. Okay, sorry. Incineroar and Sneasler against this Azumarill and Talonflame are the final 2 on Sage's side. That's crazy, Trash Fan. Fake Out comes out into this Talonflame, bringing it down to 13 HP. And what are we going to see from this Azumarill? We're going to see a Dire Claw. We're actually not going to see anything. It looks like Cody's going to be able to take this game as well. And I think we're going to have our finals between Cody and Sage coming up here. Yo, congratulations to Cody as well. Looks like that's going to be it. And we're going to be moving into our finals, guys. So get excited for this. Our final is going to be between Tell and Cody. Seed 4 and Seed 6 here. Really excited to see this. You can put it in team building or kind of like anywhere. You can put it in whatever.
just so that anybody can see. If you want to share it, you don't have to share it if you don't want to. But let's see here. Cody and Tell are going to be in the finals, guys. Really excited for this finals. Yeah. There's no tab for it yet. Maybe King can make one. No, we could get it figured out. We can get it figured out. Yeah, I'll probably put like a show off this team section in the Discord. Dude, congratulations to both Tell and Cody for making finals. Sage, also really good tournament coming from you. And I'm hoping the best. All right, let's see when this code is going to arrive. This is going to be a best of 3 between Tell and Coney for finals. Let me go ahead and update this text here. Okay, y'all, get hype. Leave a like on the stream for finals. It's the longest stream I've ever done, so I'm getting very tired myself, but I'm very excited to see who's going to pull it out. So Cody got the room, it looks like. Let's see what the code is going to be. And we're going to be in our finals here, guys. Zero, 2, 1, 5. Yeah, Bunny, that was lit that you made the top 4 with the Bunny team. That was very, very cool. Okay, sorry. I know I could have played better, but I'm more satisfied winning against the Blues Trick Room team. My goal was a top cut, and I got top 4. Yeah, dude, Sage, you did absolutely great. Looks like, okay, we're hopping into our finals right now. I was distracted for like 2 seconds with the technical bug, guys. But either way, let's hop into our finals, and let's talk about these teams a little bit while they're in team preview here. So, coming from Tell's side, finals teams are Mega Dragonite with the White Herb Sneasler, Black Glasses King Gambit, Mystic Water Basket Legion, Mega Glamora, and Focus Sash Whimsicott, going up against the other side here, which has the, let's pull it up, Cody's side, which is Sneasler with the Flying Berry, Rotom with the Leftovers, Mega Tyranitar, Mega Floette, Sinistra with the Cassib Berry, and Incineroar with the Citrus Berry. Both really cool sides coming from both players. Leads are out. We have Kingambit and Sneasler into Floette and Sneasler. And let's see exactly how both trainers want to approach this. We haven't seen much of Cody's team on stream today. We've seen a lot of Tell the last couple rounds, but just want to lock in and make sure that we're doing the best things here. Poison Touch Sneasler is also really interesting. I just made up a rabbit team at some point. Yeah, dude, no, that's fucking dope. Fake Out is going to be faster on the side of Cody's Sneasler. Flinching that opposing Sneasler is Dazzling Gleam is also going to come out and do a lot of damage. Sneasler is going to be able to take it very well, and a critical hit on the Kingambit as Iron Head launches straight into the Floette for the knockout. So Cody's Mega Evolution is down turn 1 in trade for just some Dazzling Gleam damage in return. And now who does Cody want to set in here? He's going to send in the Rotom. So Rotom... Oh, you made up a backstory for the team? Oh, my bad. Rotom puts on a lot of pressure here because Rotom not only has that Will-O-Wisp, having that Volt Switch kind of like pivot potential as well, also threatening a knockout now with maybe something like a Hydro Pump into this King Gambit. While Sneasler can obviously close combat into that King Gambit, also could close combat into the opposing Sneasler and get some more damage down that way. So yeah, no, I think it's going to be really interesting to see what pops down out here. And yeah, pretty rough start for Cody and losing that Floette. But let's see if he's going to be able to pop down. His close combat does fire off into that Sneasler. A really good read. Picking up the knockout there, and we're gonna see a Volt Switch go out. This could be huge momentum gain for Cody back off that. Unless it's a Hydro Pump. Could also be a Will-O-Wisp, but it's going to be a Hydro Pump. So it's going to get a little bit of chip after landing that. Maybe putting it in range of something like a Volt Switch, but Basket Legion, typically they do live Volt Switches kind of comfortably. So I'm not sure if that's going to be enough chip, but we shall see. So who is... Glamora is going to be coming out now. And now Glamora puts down a lot of pressure. Maybe that was one of the reasons that it was okay to lose Floette on turn 1, knowing that Glamora is there as well. And knowing you just want to get as much damage down as possible, realizing that I'll trade my Floette for that Dazzling Gleam. But let's see how they opt to play it here. The Rotom is leftovers, and Sneasler's still at 4 HP, and the Berry doesn't really come into play here with the Flying Berry, but at the same time, you're facing down a Glamora and a Basket Legion. It's an awkward situation to be in for sure. Sneasler's going to switch out for Incineroar, opting to get a Intimidate down on this Basket Legion. We see the Incineroar has that Citrus Berry, so it's going to be able to recover some HP if a water attack does go into it. Glamora is going to go ahead and Mega Evolve here. Wave Crash does launch down into this instant. It's still going to do a lot of damage, bringing Incineroar all the way down to 10 HP. Procking that Citrus Berry now, but Basket Legion's also going to get quite low. It's definitely in Volt Switch range now. And Power Gem's going to come out into this Rotom, doing over 50%. And Will-O-Wisp does fire down into Basket Legion. Now, I think Will-O-Wisp is interesting here, but... yeah, we shall see. So, I'm just wondering where the damage comes in on Glamora now. Not opting to go for that Hydro Pump there, I think is a little bit risky, because now Basket Legion stays alive. It's still threatening a knockout on this Incineroar, and what stops Power Gem from knocking out the Rotom? If Tell wants to, he could just double Protect, and then fire back another damaging move down into this Rotom and this Incineroar, but at the same time, like, if he double protects and you switch out in a Sneasler, now you're still in that position where Glamora can get faked out. But Basket Legion being a little bit nerfed is definitely a little bit tragic. But at the same time, King Gambit does a pretty good job at dealing with both of these threats. So it'll be really interesting to see how this partakes down and what happens. Wave Crash does come out into the instant. No fake out whatsoever as Incineroar just goes down. And if we see a Sludge Bomb here, I think Rotom's also going to go down very easily. And I don't think there's anything that Cody can do to be able to knock out the rest of what's on the squad. Yes, Basket Legion takes some chip damage. And yeah, with Sneasler coming in here, I think it's just going to be a game 1 win for Tell. So let's see what pops down. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not seeing damage, especially with the Iron Head on that King Gambit being in the back still. You're going to have to find a way through this Glamora, and with the Earth Power and no Focus Sash, you would need a super critical hit. Yo, what's good, Yoshi? Welcome back in. Spiky Shield comes out from Glamora. Okay, so yeah, I think here now we just go for we're going for a double, we're going for a Protect as well again. Aqua Jet comes out from Bask, just get some chip damage alongside that Earth Power, but I'm not sure if we have enough damage threat going into the Sneasler right now. Basket Legion does go down to the burn, but I do believe with where the Sneasler's at in HP, an Iron Head into a Sucker Punch would also knock out. So you need to knock out this Glamora, but you also need to take care of this King Gambit, because that Iron Head is threatening, and it is stab, and you've already lost 20 HP, putting it in likely range, especially with the Black Glasses item that this King Gambit does hold. So let's see just how this preps down here. And yeah, close combat does rip into the Glamora. Glamora comfortably eats it, would have ate a critical hit as well. And that's going to be GG in game 1, as Tell is going to take our game 1 victory. And we're going to be going into game 2. Tell is going to be up 1-0 here. So Tell's going to win game 1. So Tell is up 1-0 right now. In game 2, I'm wondering how Cody is going to want to respond to that. Obviously, like, if we look at Cody's team, we have that Mega Tyranitar as well. Is that going to be better into the Glamora, or do we have to stick with the Floette mode? Do we still think the Floette mode is going to be the best course of action going on here, or what do we got going on? Really good game on that first game. And I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure if the adaptation wants to be made to go from Floette to Tyranitar, or if we want to maybe bring that Sinistra for some extra healing and redirection into the Glamora. But going into game 2, that's exactly what I'm thinking. It's exactly what I'm thinking, but I'm not necessarily sure. I mean, you don't have a good way of doing damage to the King Gambit outside of the Sneasler if you have the Tyranitar mode, whereas when you have the Floette, you can still get a good Dazzling Gleam off. You could bring the Floette and the Sinistra together, maybe the Floette, Sinistra, and Sneasler, so you're not activating that King Gambit's Defiant ability. But we just have to see here what's going on. We just got to see here what's going on. I've drunk through 2 Splendrifts on this stream. I want the Glamora to win. Screw the dumb flower. And BMO's mogging on the stream. Okay, so we're all good. This is the finals, guys. Lock in. Leave a like on the stream. If you want to be in a tournament in the future, join a Discord and sub up, guys. I enjoy doing this tournament. I am getting very tired. But, guys, this could be the final game. We just have to see how this pops down. It's going to be the Glamora and the Whimsicott up against that Tyranitar adjustment that we were talking about and that Sinistra adjustment that we were talking about. So going into a completely different strategy into game 2 here, it's going to be really interesting to see how we're going to want to play this. Glamora still has that Earth Power threat into the Tyranitar, but with the Sand Up, it's going to be a little bit less threatening. So we shall see if it's going to be enough or if there's going to be a problem here. Tell or Cody, who's going to be taking home our finals of our tournament, guys. So I'm thinking, like, off turn 1, I like Cody's lead. I like having that Sinistra next to that Tyranitar. You have access to get that Dragon Dance up. We know on the other side of the Whimsicott, we have the Fake Tears and the Charm and the Moonblast, but you can't use Fake Tears or Charm onto the Tyranitar, so it's going to be very difficult to get the damage around. Glamora is going to go ahead and Mega Evolve here. Rage Powder comes out from Sinistra. There probably is good bulk invested. That Sledge Bomb just fires into the Sinistra. I want to see if there's going to be a Dragon Dance here. Yeah, I like this Dragon Dance play here. With that Impish nature, though, yeah, it might even live... It probably isn't going to live the Basculegion Wave Crash with the Mystic Water, but it might be trained to live that without it. But let's see how they both choose to do it. I'm thinking if you Sludge Bomb and Wave Crash, I'm not sure... Because, like, the knockoff from the Tyranitar is just going to come into the basket. Then how you deal with the Tyranitar later. You probably need your own King Gambit. I'm definitely assuming that 4th is King Gambit. Knockoff does come straight into the Basculegion for the knockout. We do confirm that this Tyranitar at +1 is going to It will live the Mystic Water Wave Crash. We're going to see an Earth Power, though. I don't know if I like that play. I think Cody might be able to run away with this game with this Tyranitar. Machagacha is also going to come out now, deal some good damage to Glamora, and heal back some HP as well. Knowing that this Tyranitar is faster, it's going to be very interesting. And Sneasler comes out now. And, you know, Sneasler here, now you do resist the knockoff in the Rock Slide. You don't have the King Gambit this game, though. Basculegion got a whole lot of nothing done. And, it's going to be very interesting to see how this Glamora is going to take this home. Mega Tyranitar is just positioned so well right here. So, we have to find out. I'm thinking that, like, one potential strategy would be to just hope you live the knockoff from the Tyranitar with Glamora, which I think is possible. And then to rip that close combat into that Tyranitar. Because if you can get rid of this Tyranitar, or maybe just a close combat right away, I don't know if you're going to live the -1. And we have the White Herb anyway over on the Sneasler side. This could be very risky if Glamora protects here. Tyranitar protects, so a really good swap and defensive play here. Let's see what this Glamora opts to go for. It's going to be the CC straight into that Tyranitar. And then we got a Sludge Bomb coming out into Incineroar. And the Poison as well. The Poison is useful. I'm not sure how useful it is, but it'll be interesting. Okay. So we have the Poison down now. Incineroar does have that fake out pressure this turn. So you could do something like fake out. No, you could just see a Spiky Shield, double Spiky Shield coming from our opponent in Tell. A Spiky Shield and a Protect right here. But at the same exact time, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough from Tell in order to get rid of this Tyranitar here. I mean, you're taking chip from Sandstorm. It's kind of tough. Fake out does come out. No protect. I don't know if I like the no protect. I wanted to see a protect there. Knockoff comes out into Glamora, and it does take the knockoff very well because you can't knock off that. As Power Gem comes and tops this Incineroar off. But now can't you just go back into Sinistra? Okay, Rotom hits the field now. Well, that's the adaptability from that Glamora doing massive damage, giving out massive back shots, y'all. So, definitely something to keep in mind. Rotom hitting the field now is a little bit funky because what if you just double into the Rotom on the Tyranitar Protect here? Because I'm feeling like you Tyranitar Protect either switch into Sinistra or, like, right? Doesn't the Tyranitar just Protect? Doesn't Tell need to make a read here to come back into this game? Sneasler protects. Interesting protect on the Sneasler. Calling out the Tyranitar Protect. Tyranitar does go for the Protect. I would have really liked to see that double up into that guy. And Sludge Bomb does come out into the Rotom though, so good read there at least. And the Poison too. This could get really close, guys. As Will-O-Wisp. Oh my gosh! Wow, what a read. Okay, so I mean with that, I mean, I think Tell actually has worked his way into a better position. Because now it's like, okay, you could knock out Glamora, and you could go for a Rock Slide flinch. But with the Impish nature, is Sneasler not still faster than this Tyranitar? I'd be very surprised. We have the Sneasler. The Sneasler is adamant, so it's only going to be up to 172 speed. But with Tyranitar being non-speed boosting, non-jolly, I still think Sneasler is going to be faster. And CC just rips into the Tyranitar. And guys, I think we got our champion. I think that's GG's. It looked rough for Tell, but at the same time, oh wait, he CC'd the guy. He CC'd the Rotom. Wait, isn't the Rotom was leftovers? Why did he CC the Rotom? Interesting. No, I think Cody wins this now, guys. Oh my gosh. Wow, what a interesting turn of events. I mean, if Whimsicott is faster than Sinistra, it comes down to a protect read right here. Is the Sinistra protecting? How fast is Whimsicott? Okay, there's no protect coming from the Sinistra. It's going to be a Rage Powder. Is Whimsicott or Tyranitar faster? Whimsicott is faster. And with that, that's GG's. The Sinistra goes down. And well, it's Impish still. It is Impish Tyranitar. We don't know how much his close combat will do. Is Sneasler at -1? Because Whimsicott lives that. Oh, no. With the CC and the Moonblast, yes. It looks like Tell is going to be taking home the championships. That is GG's. That is going to be GG's. The comeback was almost crazy. I thought this Tyranitar was going to run away from the game, but really good plays by Tell. And there it is. The final play of the tournament, guys, as Tell is going to take the tournament. What a lit tournament from Tell. Let's wait to hear from the man, the myth, the legend himself. And GG's to Cody as well. I mean, great tournament, guys. Absolutely stellar. Tell's going to take it 2-0. And it was some insane plays. And GG's, everybody. We did it. Yeah, really good tournament. Yo, thank you for everybody participating and tuning in. And Tell, I will make sure to tag you in the Discord. If you can comment in Sunday tournaments, because I need to know if your user... I guess I could see your username on here, so it should be all good. But, yeah, I'll make sure to hit you with that tag a little bit later. But, dude... really good. Congrats, everybody. Thanks for everybody tuning into the stream. This was a long one today. I think if tournaments get any bigger, I'll probably only be streaming from like half of the tournament on and stuff like that. But guys, honestly, this was a lot of fun. Thank you to everybody for watching, and congratulations, Tell. I think with that being said, with the tournament being over, guys, yeah, Cody, you did great, man. No, that was fantastic. But yeah, congratulations to Tell. Congratulations for everybody who played out there. I know it could be tough on some of the tournament things. No, yeah, dude, that was awesome. And dude, fucking great. Great shit. And I had a lot of fun. And we'll do another one in a couple weeks. But Cody switched to this team 2 hours before the tournament. Yeah, that's lit. But guys, thank you so much. Tell, congratulations. I will make sure to tag you in the Discord and give you that champion tag. Cheesy, you have some competition now. And yeah. Guys, I tried to keep my energy up for the whole stream. Sorry for the issues earlier in the tournament. We're going to work on it and make it better over time. But thank you for everybody tuning in, and hopefully everybody has a great rest of your Sunday, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Peace out, guys. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and thank you for everybody participating or just watching and chilling out in the tournament. I'll see you guys in the next stream or the next video. Peace out. Congratulations, Tell.